we at the planet where there was the robot factory.
No, you were at the ship where you saved the
That little guy.
Maybe.
misnamed Kathleen Namire.
I don't remember this part. I remember the factory and that we were leaving the factory.
Yeah, me
Because-
too.
Because I remember the hole in the ceiling, blah blah blah. But
Yep.
then
We went
jumped
in the
down.
ship. You don't
Yeah.
remember the ship we went on?
We did go back. I know that we left, but I don't remember. It's fuzzy my
You
memory.
you went to
after
a
we
ship
left the
that you
planet.
actually basically you tried to make it unlocatable to everyone, but you can sell the information about where the ship is, so that the company that owns it can go and fetch it for money.
Yeah, Gina was doing all kinds of negotiations for information.
Yeah.
So last time you were on a ship that had some kind of accident on the drift, and exiting the drift, everyone started just collapsing and started attacking each other, and you got a emergency call from the ship from Kathleen Namire, who was the only one still alive on the ship.
I remember now. Yes.
You entered the ship. You rescued the miss from the
The bridge.
bridge of the ship, and she was panicking and starving and thirsty and all kinds of bad stuff.
Bad shape.
After that, you went to see if you could actually power up the ship, and you found a Esper in there eating away the ship's power. You were debating about building some kind of satellite for it to just roll around the galaxy, eating up power and
To avoid the
whatever.
fight.
But after having a little explanation to you that the ship still has velocity, so you have to have some way to stop it, because it was still on a route to its destination, which would have made it crash into the port city, whichever port it was going to go to. So it is dangerous to just leave a ship floating around.
Yeah.
And yeah, after that you pretty much, after you killed the Esper, the other passengers started to wake up because the power went up. And before this you had already taken some metallic parts from the other passengers that you considered dead. And the moment you started hearing growling and movement, you hightailed out of the ship, killing a few of the now walking dead passengers, and Namire showed capabilities of doing some spells while you escaped, and you didn't really interrogate her or anything after you made it back to the ship. You just set course back to Absalom, and that's pretty much where we left.
So you said that we collected some metals from the people.
Yeah.
In which inventory is this? Whose inventory is it on?
It should be in yours, I think, but I don't
Yeah,
know
that's
if you
what-
actually put it there. No, you didn't.
No, I don't think it is in there.
Yeah, you got those empty vials to actually house those pieces.
I have a green ghoul vial
Yeah.
from the factory, but I don't have any other vials filled in with metal.
Yeah, you
So
you
it was a
didn't.
liquid metal?
No, not liquid.
So it's just, I should then type, what? Will you add it to my list, exactly how it should be phrased, the material?
Yeah, I can add it to your list.
Because otherwise I'll just put a random description, which is probably not accurate. How many of those I took? Only one or three or whatever? I don't know. I know I'm a collector.
Yes, you are the collector of fine arts.
Vial with metallic pieces from ghost ship. Okay.
Yeah, I will just put it that way. I think that way you
Okay.
will remember where you got it.
Yeah.
So basically,
Okay.
the gist was that the metal was actually growing from inside the passengers.
So green ghoul vial, I can type from factory.
Yeah. So I think everyone just went to crash and sleep after. So what do you wish to do? Do you wish to have a conversation with your new passenger?
Oh wait, what's happening in here? I press enter and I'm adding empty stuff. How do I remove this? Delete item. There.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So
Our
So-
foreign relations officer is not present at the moment.
yeah, your
Yeah.
usual interrogator is not here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But shouldn't somebody like you being playing her?
Yeah, but I'm not going to put words in her mouth because I know what questions to ask. So I won't be doing that. I will just leave it to you.
Yeah.
Tell us what to ask you.
cheesy one. Cheesy.
No.
You are. So what was her name? Catherine?
Kathleen Namirai. So
Kathleen.
Kathleen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one of the two of you want to take the lead on this?
I think one of the best diplomacy should ask her questions.
Who would be the best interrogator? Oh, it actually should be me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Because
have
I can-
diplomacy.
And
I
with the
have
diplomacy,
diplomacy, and not just that. I have diplomacy. I
And
can
you have sense motive.
Exactly. I can sense if people are trying to be deceitful to me. Yeah. Sense
Yeah.
motive. You can detect falsehoods and gain glimpses of the true intentions of creatures in which you are interacting with.
yeah,
All I have going for me is intimidate.
yeah. I'm also good at
you can look at
intimidating.
the, yeah, you two can look
Okay.
at her intimidatingly.
So
We don't
I'm,
have a reason to intimidate her. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
Yet.
diplomacy.
Yet.
You can persuade others
Yet.
to be friendly toward you, resolve conflicts and differences, and learn common knowledge and rumors floating around the settlement. Okay. Okay, guys, what do you want me to ask her? Since I'm going to use my sense motive on her.
Actually, I think you first use diplomacy, then when we get the answer, you use sense motive.
Yeah, but my thing is like I'm.
You don't have to
whispering
use it diplomacy. She is friendly towards you.
Okay.
You can tell that much.
So, so I'm as a core.
I mean, you saved her
without-
life.
So me as a core, am speaking to the two of you without her knowledge, right?
Yeah.
Are we
Yeah.
all? Are we? Where is she located, and where are we located in the ship?
Well,
our ship.
she's basically just looking around, walking around the ship wherever you let her go.
Okay. She will not be able to interact in any way with the ship, right? Because everything is like locked to only Atalus being able to work with it.
Yeah, you and Athelus and Jetrok are basically the only ones here that have any control
interact.
over the ship. Like actual control, except for in combat situations.
Okay, so I would say we shouldn't let the stranger roam around in the ship. That's the first thing. So I would say, AV, try to keep an eye on her while I have a conversation here with Atalus.
Okay.
And Attalus, do you trust this woman?
I don't know, but I don't think so. We have a reason to suspect her for anything. We just need to know what happened in the ship.
I suspect people by nature. I do want to poke her around. I am
Yeah.
going to try and sense her motivations to make sure we do not get some nasty surprises later on. Better safe than sorry, if you understand.
Yeah, but I think we should approach her first. At first, with friendly.
Yes, there is no
Yeah,
reason for me
definitely.
to be unfriendly right now. We just saved her anyway, so she should actually be friendly to us.
Yeah,
She was desperate, and we provide her relief to her desperation.
yeah,
But you know, maybe she is not as dumb as she seems because we were surprised by her magic. We have not known that she had any magic powers before. We don't know
yeah,
anything about her past. We do not know
yeah.
anything of what are her short-term plans.
Oh yeah, if I may intercept, because you might not remember, you did perception her. She has like rocket-looking clothing, and like most of
Rugged?
and most are like you can just see normal clothing on her basically, but it's in rocket condition. But in some parts you can like see some armor shining below. I'm just telling you this because you did see it before, but
Perception
I,
check, yeah, but
yeah,
I forgot.
yeah, I don't expect you to remember something that happened 5 months ago.
I don't remember even series that I'm watching.
Yeah.
If I go like a few weeks later, I was like, oh, let me actually see the recap in the beginning of the episode because already, you know.
Yeah, well, I didn't even watch the replays from that. I still remember it.
Yeah, but you're the GM. Okay, yeah.
It doesn't really matter. I
Some
remember
people
like
have better memory.
I remember like
compared
the
to me.
first games I ever played, and I can run them through without looking anywhere because I just remember where to go.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good. So anyway, yeah, I don't know what is this about. Like, which do you have any
I think
questions?
we should have ask questions about the.
I will make a like friendly chat with her, but trying to get to learn more about her. Is there anything that you're particularly curious about that you want me to try and learn?
I think first we need to know what happened to the ship. How did it reach
Yeah.
this point?
Yeah, but she already didn't provide this information to us when we asked her during the communications before we arrived to her ship. We were asking her all
Yeah,
kinds
but
of
now we can ask. It's no
But it's
longer
the
an
same.
emergency.
Yeah, but it's
She's
the
in
same
she's in
questions.
panicking now. She's in panicking now.
Yeah. Okay. I will go to her now.
Okay.
Catalin, right?
Yep. Yes, that's me.
Ah, okay. Catalin, are you feeling hungry?
Famished. I haven't eaten really anything in last 7 days.
Will you give me the pleasure to join me for a meal?
I would be
Then we
glad
can.
to. I really need some sustenance.
Okay, then we can. And then we can socialize a little bit as we eat as well. I appreciate the company. Thank you. So
Yes.
we head to the cantina area, wherever that is in the ship.
Yep. Basically central area.
Yeah, like where everybody has a table to eat. I don't know. Should we actually like replenish by using food from the ship? Do we actually recover any stamina, health,
You
or
don't
whatever?
gain any stamina or anything, but if you don't eat regularly, you will be starting to get more hungry and hungry, and then you will start losing HP if you don't eat for a day.
Well, we are eating though. We are recovering. But I thought that we were a little bit banged up from the fights, so this would be a chance to recover a little bit from it.
You lost like everybody lost like 1 or 2 stamina points. It wasn't that big of a deal, those fights.
Okay, but so
Since
that doesn't
Kathleen
recover
almost
really.
single-handedly just killed 2 of the creatures with 1 spell.
Yeah. Yeah, good thing that you mentioned that actually. So, but the stamina doesn't recover while we are eating, only when we sleep, yeah?
Only when you sleep or when you take a 10 minutes and use a resolve point to
Okay.
recover all your stamina.
Catalin, how are you feeling now? Are you a little bit more relaxed?
I'm yeah. I'm a lot more relaxed. I have been on edge for a very long time.
Well, how so?
7 days is a very long time to be alone in a ship in one room and only hearing.
Was it for 7 days that you were stuck in that bridge?
Yes.
And before that, how were things going on the ship? Do you have any ideas still? Did you have time to think about it? What happened?
Everything was going normal. We entered the drift, leaving Absalom, and once we got out of the drift as scheduled, then everything just went crazy. Well, not not at the same time, but like only hours after it started, people started attacking each other, and I just grabbed some food and went for the place that would be the most likeliest to be easiest to lock up tight, and well, hope and wait for someone to save.
But I must say, as a spellcaster myself, I was quite impressed by your spelling skills. How the way you handled with a single spell 2 people like that was very impressive indeed.
I was panicking. I wasn't even thinking what I was doing to them. I just thought whatever was my most powerful thing to do and tried to get them away from me.
Have you been a spellcaster for a long time?
Almost ever since my birth, I've been talented with the technological side of magic.
Very nice. I think we have somebody in here that could be an interesting conversation with you. Maybe you can trade some points. I'm not so much on the technological magic side, but yeah, we maybe can speak with Sora, and when we also have technological friendly crew members in here. So I think you will have lots of people that you can have a nice chat with. But yeah, I mean, I sorry, I couldn't help but notice. By the way, should I say to you, GM, that I'm using sense motive? I already mentioned it before, but I kind of.
You have to roll for it when you have to roll for it when you start, like after you have asked some questions, then you can roll it to see if she has.
If she's answering.
That was
right.
we isn't getting anything. We is thinking this is completely normal conversation.
So basically, yeah. Well, so the thing is, like, I've been using this conversation, but my idea, as I already intended in the beginning, is like the full conversation. I'm basically probing her. You know, like I'm having nice chit chat, but at the same time, I'm trying to see falsehood on her. I just forgot to tell you.
You can do it like every 3-4 questions. Just throw a dice.
So in relation to the last, so in relation to all the questions I did so far, I'm going to run sense motive. Do I need to roll this?
You go to the skills and double click on your sense motive.
Double click.
And main, actually, it's also in main.
Oh, is it? Oh yeah, it's
it's on total.
Next to the senses, perception and sense motive, and then there is the senses, just under the speed.
Oh, on the. I thought it was from sense motive on the skill.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can roll
do
from
it
the
from
total.
both. Yeah.
I'm rolling it from total. I got a 60.
So far, she seems to be truthful.
Okay.
Like she hasn't been twitching in any way that like a liar would do or anything.
Okay. So now I'm moving on to be a little bit more intrusive on my questions. I couldn't help but notice that despite your clothings, which look very nice on you, by the way, but I noticed
These ragged old clothes, these are just to bear the weathers.
to what?
Bear the weathers.
Is that an expression?
Yeah, like rain,
Just yeah, to
Hail.
bear the weathers.
bearing a weather. Yeah. Cold, hot, whatever happens
But-
to be.
But I couldn't help but notice. But I noticed that below those clothes, I saw some shiny armor on it. Oh wow! Sense motive from Atlas though.
I just tested. Yeah.
And I say that's a very unusual thing to be wearing.
So Athelus,
For
are you
a
even
normal
there or are
passenger.
you still on the
Yeah,
bridge?
I'm not there. I'm not there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Bridge.
yeah. Just making
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm like using an armor like that is not a traditional type of clothing for a passenger that is just traveling in a ship. Can you tell me something about why do you feel the need for armor? Are you actually a fighter? Because you seem quite skilled spellcaster, and you seem to be ready for a fight.
I'm not. Give me a diplomacy check.
It's not very strong on my case, but there we go. Got a 14.
Well, you know how this galaxy is. You know? Everyone needs to be able to defend themselves, and well, I really don't like harm coming on me, so that's why I have this armor, and I have been jumped on frequently enough that I know to hide my armor.
Isn't it uncomfortable to wear armor like that all the time?
When it's your life or the armor uncomfortable, I choose life.
Okay. Do forgive me for these type of questions. As you can understand,
Yes, I
You
do
are new-
understand.
you- we are
I
new-
am
you
a
are new on
stranger
your
in your
ship.
ship.
and you come from a ship where something went really terrible, so we of course want to safeguard to understand who we have on our own ship. So forgive my bluntness. for this.
It's no problem. It's no problem.
I'm going to remove my sense motive in the meantime for the conversation we had until now. I got a 13.
Still seems truthful. Are you there, V?
Yeah, I'm just snacking in there. I'm around, not really.
You
I'm
notice
just
some,
throwing one ear
some
there.
you notice some extra twitching from her when she was asked about her armor, but Hakur is just oblivious to the fact.
Okay.
Could we observe the conversation through the microphone or something?
Yeah, you can hear it
From
from
the
like,
cameras,
Yeah.
the security camera, basically.
Yeah.
it's not going to be like HD, but sure you can like still.
It's not going to be
Watch it.
HD. In which century are we? You're like traveling between stars, and you're going to tell me the CCTV is not HD? It's beyond HD, my friend. It's way beyond HD. don't screw with me, GM.
It's 16K resolution.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but it's not like you can just zoom into her lips or anything.
Why not? When you have such a resolution, you can crop the image and you get like equivalent to full HD of just her face.
It's not like every passenger ship or any ship just has like cameras everywhere too.
You're thinking like the 20th century. Of course, every ship has a standard like design for having CCTV. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, for everyone where they're moving, but not like having a zoom in to everyone's lips like,
It
what
is on
is
the
he saying?
cafeteria. It's a public area. If area if an area in the ship will have a CCTV, Cantina probably will have it included on this list.
Yeah,
Maybe
I'm not
not
saying
personal
that it won't have
quarters,
cameras,
but
but I'm saying that they are not going to be the highest quality cameras available.
sure, you don't want to give it, I'll accept this, but don't try to come with technological reasons saying it isn't HD. That I call BS. I call you GM. Okay. Sorry, I got this. I'm laughing too hard. Yeah, I'm supposed to be with a strong sense motive, but I keep having the really crappy rolls.
Yeah.
Like I have 10 bonus, the other guys have 2 bonus, and they roll higher than me.
Yeah.
Or actually, Atalus had 7. The
Yeah.
dragon only has +2, and still you roll a perfect critical 20. Look at that. Okay.
Go on, continue.
Yes, let's continue. How's the food?
Well, to me
You
right
like
now,
it?
it's even if it's just ratios, it's great for me right now. Just imagine yourself not eating 7 days and actually getting food in your stomach. What could be better?
Well, what could be better? I have an offering. I get up, I go to a closet, and I take from it a bottle of whiskey. And I bring it back and I say,
Oh yeah, you stole
bottle
that
of-
from the bar.
yeah. And I
You
bring the
didn't
bottle
even
of
pay for it, you
whiskey.
bitch.
Bottle of whiskey. Hey, look, it just got better. So basically what I'm trying now, GM, is trying to get her drunk so that she gets a little bit more loose lips. Should we roll
I'm
something
sorry.
for this?
In my profession, I really don't go for the drinks.
Wait, sorry, GM. Are you using the knowledge that I said that I was trying to
No.
get her drunk to speak?
No.
To use
No,
this now
because
to
I
say
know
no?
her profession. I'm just going to say no. In my
But you-
profession, it's not good to have loose lips, so I don't
But
drink.
wait. I didn't say out loud that I was trying to get her drunk to have loose lips. I'm just saying to you,
Yeah, that's
GM.
what she says when you just present the bottle.
Yeah, but she said loose lips, so she
Yeah.
immediately assumes I'm trying to get her drunk to speak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is
Wow,
what she
quite
is
perception.
assuming.
Quite perception. Oh, you take me wrong. I think we should celebrate. Wouldn't you even just accept one glass with me? With the person that saved you?
Nothing
Diplomacy
that
check?
strong.
Diplomacy check, can I?
I would need to know that also the NPC can use that as motive.
Can I do a diplomacy check to try to persuade her? I'm doing diplomacy check.
Sure you can.
I got.
I don't think he succeeded.
We can try.
The way you're presenting yourself, she is looking much more aware of you. Like she's clearly
Even more reluctant now about it.
yeah.
Because of the roll of 9.
Yeah.
Dang it. Oh well.
Would I be
I
able
guess-
to like use perception to try to guess her profession?
No, I was actually going to follow that conversation now, but so
I would
I
say
grabbed the
not to-
bottle and put it away.
I would
and
say
so-
culture for guessing the profession.
If you want
Ah.
to do that culture roll, go ahead, Dragon. But I'm putting
Okay.
No.
I'm putting the bottle on the closet back. I guess we'll save this for another time. I don't like to drink alone, I reply. So I come back to the table and I said, But you said in your profession you cannot be drinking. What is your profession then?
I deal with all kinds of information. And right now, I'm here because of that information.
Should I roll now? What was it you said? Culture?
Yeah.
I feel like she's a spy with deal with information. Feels like an agent. Can I stop having bad rolls, please?
You have no idea that's an automatic failure.
I feel like
I think you lost information.
You just don't seem to have any idea what professions would there be where you
It's so
have an
frustrating.
know what a
aggressive
profession is.
information
It's-
that cannot be given to others.
GM, it's so frustrating because on paper I should be the best character to do all of these questions, but I do all the terrible rolls.
Not your good
I
day.
think Dragon will be doing better than me, and he's not supposed to be the diplomatic guy from the team.
Yeah, the muscle.
I say from the ship's what's the machine that is controlling the voice
Microphone.
microphone. Yeah. I say for the Haku that you forgot the oven on. Can you come here?
And Athalus, actually, you are a bounty hunter. You would have, I think. Let me see.
You could be invisible next to her for all we care.
I was there all the time.
We don't know if she would be able to detect you. She might have.
So basically,
Yeah,
calling me
you
in the
could
communication.
use culture check, and you would have a +5 bonus on guessing what she's up to.
Okay. So it's
Since you've been listening to all this, I will allow you to do it.
it's a knowledge check.
Yeah, it's a culture.
Culture.
So it's
culture.
basically a knowledge culture.
Culture +5.
Yeah.
So if I roll culture now.
Yeah, you don't have anything in it, but now you have +5. 17.
Okay. 70.
Well, you. Let's see what. Yeah, nobody else rolled even 15, so I will give you a bit of most likely she is in business of dealing with information, not most likely not getting the information like physically herself, but dealing with information in other ways.
So she's an agent of sorts, working for some mysterious company that wants to keep a low profile.
But you wouldn't know that unless Athos tells you.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
And
sorry, Meta.
more like not an
Some kind
agent.
of a space thief here.
But you called me on the communicator, right?
Yeah. I ask you to come.
SMS?
Yeah. Don't tell it was an open oven because we are in the cantina, so that would be a total lie. But just say like, Akur to the bridge, please.
Yeah.
And I'll say, Atulus
Yeah,
is
like
calling.
anomaly in the whatever.
Well,
I would usually just put a sense motive on it because you told the oven at the first, but I will just let you retcon it.
I will roll for a
Bluff?
I will yeah, bluff.
Give me a bluff.
Yeah, I will give you a bluff, yeah. With a +10 humor bonus.
That was the needed information that we're paying the price. 23. That's good.
That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. It seems like she bought
I
it.
nailed it.
Well, I turned to her. Well, I appreciated this meal. Thank you for the company, but I'm being called, so I'll talk to you later.
I would be
I
glad
take
to. May I before you leave, may I ask if I can have a bed tonight?
Sure, you should be able to find a spot, a free bed in our sleeping quarters.
Ah, thank you.
It's,
Lovely.
it's a community sleeping quarters. It should be fine.
Yeah,
Free beds in there.
it's lovely. I have been sleeping on a captain's chair this past week.
You must have a pain in your back by now.
Yes, very much so.
It's going to feel like sleeping in the clouds. Then I wish you a good rest.
Thank you. She eats up and pretty much leaves right after you moving towards the sleeping quarters.
Okay. So I head up to Mirsky.
Yeah, Attalus.
I go there as well since
And I
Yeah, I
ask,
need to watch it anymore.
Mirsky, you call me, but in the meantime,
Okay,
can
so
you make...
all of you trust that she is going to sleep.
And no, that's what I was going to say. That's
Yeah,
exactly what
yeah.
I'm going to say. I don't trust it.
We need somebody.
I immediately, the first thing I say to Attalus is, Attalus, please make the ship keep a track on her on all times.
Somebody needs to sleep, other eye open.
Put the AI watching her from all cameras.
Yeah, we will do so.
And report to you if any unusual behavior or attempts of interactions with the ship is bait.
Yeah. So
I myself
at
prefer
this
to watch
time,
it.
I will
Or
just
with-
say that
or with
Sora
us,
is asleep and Jetrok is.
Wait. One person at a time. I became a mess to understand.
Yeah. And we also need to check that she doesn't approach when we are sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My concerns is that she's not doing something while we are not looking, like trying to interact with the panel of the ship or whatever.
Actually,
or
can I roll
doing
a sense
anything
motive? Because she said that the information brings her here. So I think is there a chance that he wanted to get to our ship, and she made the mess in the other ship and called us. Was it intent?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, if I roll sense motive about that. Okay.
Yeah, you are pretty sure that the fact that she is now in your ship is a complete chance. But most likely why she was traveling away from Absalom is because of what she has learned.
Okay. Okay.
So the ship is now confirming that she's actually in the sleeping quarters?
Yes.
She is in the sleeping quarters.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is when I stop.
Can you put an alert to us whenever she leaves the sleeping quarters, please? That we get a quiet notification about it.
Yeah. Do we have some kind of ear microphones or something that we can remotely connect each other's?
There was a roll earlier.
Do we have?
No, there wasn't.
Shadow roll.
No, there wasn't.
Okay.
There completely
Something's
wasn't a shadow
happening.
roll.
A roll for what?
Okay.
Sorry.
The GM rolled something that we didn't see.
I will start rolling them physically so you don't see.
Anyway, I must.
That's not fair because your physical rolls were always way too powerful. You should be.
I will use sense motive at the. I will use sense motive at the GM.
You should get as bad rolls as I am getting now.
I will use sense motive at the GM.
Yes.
I'm not a game character.
Yeah, I thought about it. I didn't say it because I thought I trusted because she was going to the room, so I didn't feel like playing a sense motive in there, but I should have done anyway. There was not much to lose from doing it. But anyway,
Well,
Uh,
Mirsky put
did
the.
what?
I think he said something about checking it from camera, and also Dragon walked her to the door. So from the camera you can see that she's basically in the room.
Okay. Can you give me some kind of chip watch where I can receive text communications from the ship?
Basically, every one of you has the. Now you have a patch of your mercenary group that can be used as a communicator with each of one of you and with the ship. So
Does it have SMS?
So we have some
Basically.
kind of panel. We have some kind
Okay.
of tablet. We have some kind of interface with personal interface with us that the ship communicates and provides data to us.
Yeah.
Some kind of smart panel that is portable for each one of us. Okay. So if there's any alert,
Like we can't communicate with each other without people noticing, right?
Yeah, you
Is it
have
like
to
a
kind of-
tap it or say who
Like
you
a
are going
smartphone.
to be communicating to.
Mm.
It's not wired
is
to
it-
your head. So
it's like,
Oh yeah, okay.
well, I would say that the
it's
the
usually
technology could exist.
just worn on chest, the patch, but you can put
I-
it anywhere you want.
I would say the technology exists that it could beam sound in a focused way that nobody else listens to it, because that technology already exists today, by the way. But or even worse, that it could make resonance to my skull from a distance that only I would actually hear it, because I would hear the sound through
Yeah,
the
but
vibration on my
that's
bones.
like that's still high tech, and these are given to you free. So
I know. I'm just saying the ship because we are inside the ship, so the ship could like beam next to the CCTVs. Anyway, I'm just joking.
yeah,
Uh,
Jetrock has a straight brain communication to the ship.
Yeah, so yeah, but Jetrock is not playing today.
Yeah, and he has an exocortex that is that has the same AI installed as the ship.
But Jetrock would not notify us now, right now, or can we actually interact with Sora and Jetrock?
Sora is sleeping and Jetrock is in the mainframe room, most likely drinking.
Should we check on the Jetrock? It's been a while since we talked to him.
It's usually he comes out
He's-
there
he's
and
probably
just
pissing a lot.
tells you that he's been doing something with the computers, but whenever he comes out,
Yeah.
you basically can see some
Well,
Eh,
in theory, it shouldn't be me
things
speaking
on
with
his
Jetrock,
cheeks.
because I think he hates my guts. You know, like from everybody else in the ship, I think I'm the one that he likes the least.
I'll be right back.
And the one he likes the most is not here.
Exactly, as well. He's sleeping. Yeah. So we will have to ask Sora to wake up, which is not the actual player in here. So it would be the GM to take then Sora to speak with Jetrock. So we basically would generate a situation in which the GM is talking with the GM.
Yeah.
So this wouldn't work very well. Actually, it's technically possible, but yeah. Anyway.
We can assume like other characters. We don't have to offload to the GM always.
Like, she sounded. I couldn't perceive false motives on her, but still, on my gut feeling, I still am suspicious of her. Even though I
I'll
was
let
not
you know
able to
also
cap-
that she wasn't very truthful about the armor.
she
Or
was
more like truthful,
She was
but
hiding something.
hiding something.
I failed to perceive this. I need to train myself a little bit better. Well spotted, V. But then what do you think about her? How should we handle her?
I mean, so far we didn't get much information
Yes,
about her.
true.
She can't really sabotage the ship. I myself have very minimal control over the ship. The only thing I control is guns,
I
and
do
only
not
by permission. So I
know.
don't think she can.
She said her profession was to handle information, so
Mhm.
she could be as. When I hear somebody saying this, I don't know if they're a spy. I don't know if they're an agent. I saw a role there from the GM.
You saw nothing.
Uh, there are no robots in this area. Uh, so I still feel that a person like that is a professional handler of information, they might have methods to hack ships, hack for obtaining information, or being able to contain information in an
Inconspicuous.
thank you, stop words.
I
Yes.
like that word.
Together.
Say it again.
Inconspicuous.
Inconspicuous. Close.
Yes. There. Yeah.
This English language sometimes is hard on me. I feel more comfortable with elfin speech. I thank you, V.
I don't think the common language is English.
By the way, GM, talking
Yes.
about languages, I still need to add languages to myself.
Yeah,
We forgot about that.
yeah, we can do that after this.
Later. Yeah, but we need to remember about that. Yeah, we still don't
cannot.
have the languages listed in there.
Yeah, you get 3
yeah.
more languages.
Yeah, so there's a risk if we don't choose them now that the next one we come across, I'll say, yeah, that's exactly the one I actually knew.
Yeah.
How amazing is it?
So
Just
by
saying.
chance.
So by chance, like
Yeah, it's the next 3 languages.
What are the chances, GM? And then the GM is going to tell me, roll me a 20.
Let's see if you actually learned this language.
Exactly.
No, I would just go to your character sheet and be like,
Wouldn't that be funny if this would actually transpire? Yeah, roll me a 20 and you get to know this language, and I actually do roll the 20. That would be perfect.
yeah, at that point I would allow it.
Yeah, not what you would allow it, exactly. The universe is in my favor. Is smiling upon me. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep an eye on her. So I'm going to take a bed next to the one where she is sleeping, and I'm going to have a light sleep, if you understand me.
Yeah. When you go there, she's like dabbling with her arm. There is a small computer in her arm. She's just dabbling there with it.
Mm-hmm.
When you come in, she's just
yeah, I'm rolling
hello.
something. 22 perception. What did I see?
Well, you saw her doing whatever she was doing with the computer. Most likely it was resetting her magic skills because, like she said, she's a technological mage, which you know is a technomancer who can actually use technological gadgets to store their spells.
Yeah, and this is also a concern because being a technological wizard and agent of or professional informational handler, she could easily try to hack our ship. Just saying. So we need to keep a close eye on this. So I say hello. You didn't get to sleep yet.
No, I'm still trying to relax myself enough to be able to sleep soundly.
I keep having the terrible rolls of sense motive though. I got a 15.
Yeah, seems like she's telling the truth.
Okay.
She's slowly starting to relax, and like you can see from her posture that until now she's been really on edge, still in the ship. and now she's only now like starting to louch back or whatever you call it, like having some relaxation in her back, not being all ready to bounce at any time.
Do you know Earth? Does Earth exist in this universe, by the way? Do you? Yeah, humans exist. So yeah.
Yeah. Mirsky is a human.
Yeah. And is she human?
From what you can tell, yes.
Do you
She's
have
not
any-
trying to hide any features, and she looks human.
Okay. And so should I use like what is life science?
Yeah.
To know, to assess her race. Hey.
Yeah, soft skin, 2 ears, 2 eyes, nose. Definitely looks like human.
That could be a health as well. They have even softer skin. Have you tried? Touch one?
Yeah,
Can you
but she
speak from
doesn't have
experience?
any point in her ears, like she has completely round ears. Like,
Look at the smoothness of this skin. But look at the camera. Just like the bright side.
stop touching yourself. That's all I'm gonna
sorry.
say.
That sounded really dodgy, by the way. So well, there's more people sleeping in the room, right?
Yeah,
Already.
there is Sora, and at some point everyone is going to gather there, except most likely Jetrock is going to either fall asleep
Okay.
in the... I will actually make a roll for Jetrock. See where he's gonna land up. Constitution. No, fortitude. Yeah, he ain't coming back to the sleeping quarters.
Not?
Nope.
Well, wait, let me guess. So this is either he's doing really well, or he's doing so terribly drunk that he doesn't even have the strength to leave where he is to walk to the sleeping room. And I'm
I
going
will
to
tell
guess
you
the
that
second
he
option.
got, with the bonuses, he got 11. Which is
With the
not that
bonuses.
high.
Wow, that was a really bad
Like
roll.
normal poisoning is like 13 to 15.
Okay. Yeah, so he's intoxicated and he doesn't get to walk.
Yeah.
Shouldn't somebody check, like, Atalus should check on his status. Okay, so then what was it? I was going to say. I type to not I type. I say to her. This. I say this in Elfin to her.
Looks like she has no idea what you're talking. She just looks at you and just is like, okay, maybe that's something that he just says before going to bed, and keeps on doing what she's doing.
And I roll a 26 to understand if she's pretending not to understand me or if she didn't understand me for real.
She looks totally confused about your words.
Okay, I follow this by saying, do not be confused. I was just wishing you good night, and this is how it sounds in Elfin.
Okay. Well, good night. Hope you sleep well. I hope I will catch some shut-eye myself.
Very well. So I take the bed.
It has been hard.
Okay. Well, we all need a good rest, and I think your back is really going to enjoy to stretch now.
Okay, so does we want to do something before going to bed?
Well,
I think Atlas wanted to speak with Hakur.
With me?
Well, yeah, he called you to the bridge. Then
I was already in the bridge, and now
there wasn't really much of a discussion before he had to leave.
Oh.
Yeah, most likely he was just going to tell about
Well,
like,
actually,
her
I said
being-
that I was going to the room, but
Yeah.
immediately the GM took this as I actually already went to the room, so that's why he didn't get the chance because he took what
yeah,
I
well,
said as
he's
an
most
immediate
likely
action.
putting his kid back to sleep, so we have no idea when he's going to be back.
But V wanted to speak with me apparently, but you just told me that I was immediately going to the bedroom. so I
No,
didn't.
he said Athalus wanted to speak with you.
Athos.
No, but I also said in the meeting I tried to mention as well that
Yeah, both
I
of
did
you.
tell you.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did tell
both
me.
of you
Yeah.
told him that.
Yeah, and
What
and I
we've
said
noticed,
to him, yeah,
Yeah,
we
you
did
told
exchange
about the
information.
armor thing, and Athalus told about the maybe not an agent, but otherwise dealing with information.
So we are all in sync, and I did ask for the AI to keep secretly tabs on her and
Yeah.
notifying us without being audible, you know. And I'm also then taking the closest bed to her for sleeping
Yeah.
because she has no idea which bed I normally sleep on anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm doing this.
Okay.
So and I should roll perception while I'm in bed sleeping. Like I'm like half asleep, but like trying to, but keeping my ears and my senses aware of movement in the room. Is it sense motive? No, sense. Sorry, perception. I meant perception. Sorry. I'm going to roll perception.
Gonna roll a 1.
Oh,
nice,
almost.
nice.
Almost hit the roll a low level, but then it just flipped at the last moment that I. 29 perception. As
Yeah,
I stay in bed.
Yeah, she goes to sleep also, and like not long after you start to hear snoring right next to you.
Real snoring, not the pretend snoring. Okay.
No, she's completely out.
She's
You can be sure about that.
And with me standing next to her, she also.
Yeah,
knows
you
that
can
she
even
isn't.
go and poke her, and she will not respond.
Yeah, but she also probably is waiting for opportunity that I'm not giving right now. So she's just taking her time. She's playing the patient game. She's a pro anyway.
Okay, did you want to do something or just?
No. I'm working on my weapon as usual.
Yeah.
Do I restore points on my character by being?
Yeah, all of you restore your stamina, however much you have.
Where was my stamina? Where do I see my stamina?
In the main page.
I'm in the main page.
Bottom left. SP.
Maximum 20. Yeah. That was already at maximum for me then. Before my HP and SP are at maximum. Were already apparently.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I did eat. I'm getting my rest as well. And yeah, I'm not going to do any more actions. I'm in my unless I have some dreams.
Yes, you are going to have some.
Okay,
This is
so
actually also Sora is going to see this, but since she's not here, you will be having this.
Should I roll something?
You don't have to roll anything. This is.
Should I write it down because I'm so forgetful? Or
I have it written. It's a full page on my notebook.
Damn, boy, that's a long dream.
Okay, so as you fall asleep, and as I said, I will tell this to Sora also at some point when I find myself up to it.
When you find yourself up to it, you GM?
Yeah, as myself, when I feel like telling Gina this, or when she's like wanting to hear it.
So during my sleep,
Yeah.
what happens?
As you fall asleep, you start feeling feel like wanting to rise up from the bed. Even you're sure that you're sleeping, but as you're sleeping, you start to feel like, oh, maybe I should rise up from the bed. And as you try to rise up, you realize you at that point you truly realize that you are in a dream. And you don't really know when it happened that you fell asleep, because you just laid there and felt like getting up, and now you're already in the dream. While you're
Question,
occupied,
do I have any, as a player, do I have any actions that I do during the dream, or am I just like receiving and without taking
at
any
some points you
initiatives?
can ask, but so far there isn't really anything.
Okay.
As you occupy yourself with these thoughts that when did you fall asleep and stuff, you start to, through your eyelids, you start to see, right, like a red light fills your dream. Loud crying start to fill the air around you, which was totally silent when you went to sleep. Only the humming of the ship. Feelings of fear fill your mind without thought, and you just jump out of your bed and start running outside. The moment you open the door, you see a small village streets with houses blown apart, debris everywhere, like just parts of walls and everything around. Everything is in flames.
So the bed I woke up on was not the bed of the ship, it was a different bed. Okay.
No, you are still in the sleep.
Yeah, but what I mean is, like, in that sleep, getting out of bed, my surroundings are not of the ship.
You are in a house and you run out of the house.
Okay.
I went to sleep. Ready now?
Okay.
Can we update Atalus about what we did so far?
Let's do it after.
Okay. I'm having a dream, by the way. Already asleep, and I was describing that I'm having a dream, so that's what we are going with.
Okay.
So now that you see the flames all around, you realize that's why everything started to be red when your eyelids were closed. Like the fire's light made you see red even through your eyelids. You start to wander the street. Your mind starts to calm down as you go on, but you still feel like the one you are dreaming about is in panic, but you yourself are starting to calm down and realize that you are just entering something else in this dream, like what you have dreamed about Thomas and about the dark elf and stuff. Like this is starting to feel something alike. A tall man comes running towards you, shouting words you don't really understand. Relief fills you the moment you see the tall man.
Are we sure you don't understand it? Are we sure that I don't speak that language, GM?
I'm pretty sure.
Should I roll the 20?
Go ahead.
This was a conversation we were having at Alus, because I still didn't fill in what languages that I know, and I need to know 3 extra languages than now. And I said, like, I will wait until it's convenient that I know that particular language, and then you're going to ask me to roll a 20, and I will roll the 20, and then you're going to have to approve this language. And we laughed about this, and it just happened a few minutes later. So I should have rolled the 20. Oh boy.
Yeah, but it's gonna have to be a critical, otherwise I won't be doing it.
What do I need to roll?
Just pick the dice from the bottom of the software.
Okay, and lower it on the shelf. Or
Yeah.
sorry, here on the.
The chat. No,
Ah.
not 20.
No 20 is for you. So you don't understand the language.
Mhm.
But you can see like the features of the man, and you see the same type of antlers or feelers that Sora has. So you can guess that it's Lashuntan that's running towards you.
Okay, I have a 24 perception, by the way, while I'm
Yeah.
dreaming this.
Yeah, that's why I said you noticed the thing. I noticed you rolling.
Okay.
So you feel relief, even though you don't know what he said, but the person you are dreaming about is feeling relieved when he or she sees this man. The building.
So I'm not. So it's not a memory of mine. I'm having
No.
somebody else's perspective.
Yeah. Yeah, since Sora is also seeing this, as I said in the beginning.
Mm-hmm. We both. So she's in a dream with me.
Yeah. Not in the dream with you, but seeing the same dream.
Okay, so she has no idea that, and I have no idea that we're
Yeah.
both watching the same dream.
Yeah.
Okay.
A building next to the man, one of the wall closest to him just explodes. Out comes a creature much taller, like let's say almost half a meter taller than the man. Comes out of the building. It raises one of its many legs. You can see it has like 6 or 8 legs. You are not sure because it's moving so quickly. Raises one of its legs that looks like an insect leg. Pierces the man's shoulder, raises him up in the air. The man looks panicked and starts shouting at you again. This time you are also feeling the panic coming back.
I rolled a 19 for trying to recognize the creature.
You haven't seen the creature, but from what you see, you can tell that it's a creature from the Lashuntan home planet, Castrowell. You have heard of these creatures. You think they are called Formians.
Are they aggressive by nature, these creatures?
Normally, they have had a long war. Actually, raw culture to know this.
Hey, interesting that I leveled up to culture today. But I still roll a 2.
You have no idea if this is how they usually are.
Goo goo dada. That's my culture level.
Yeah. So
Sora should have her own roles whenever she hears the story.
I feel Mirsky's kid has more culture than I
yeah,
have
but it's
with this role.
it's not going to happen
My
now because
culture is 0.
she's not here to tell you. So.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying your real kid has more knowledge than I have.
Yeah. So you see this Formian creature raise the man, turns it towards itself. You can see a cold smile on the face of the Formian as he starts to raise another of his 4 front legs, slowly piercing the chest of this screaming and shouting man. As this is happening, you can feel your eyes are starting to water. What was a sharp image starts to blur. and the vision starts to end. The only thing that you see in the end is a bleeding man, other shoulder pierced, the foreman watching it and just impaling the chest of this man, and you can feel the one you are seeing this through is just crying and panicking and
Can I sense
just
the
falling
motive
on
of
the
the
legs.
creature? Can I sense the motive of the creature? With 22?
All that you can see is like the cold smile, and it seems like it's enjoying doing this.
But why is it doing it? Why is it attacking people? Can I sense and
No.
Can I perceive?
No. And just a moment before the link cuts, you can see that your eyesight goes to the ground, and you can see that you have really, really small arms, and that's when the dream ends.
Okay, so I see my own shadow.
No,
But
you actually see your arm, like your hands being like really small.
You see nothing.
Yep.
I see nothing. I roll a 1. Like I
Yeah.
don't know what's with me in today my rolls because all of them have been
Nothing extra for
absolutely-
you.
I feel that the only thing I have going for me is the fact that I have so many bonus points that I already accumulated in these things because the rolls are just really not doing their part. Jeez. Damn.
And so
Oh, well.
well, you can't really tell if it's morning or not, but you have slept enough and wake up.
Okay.
And
can
when
we
you
have
wake
all of
up,
these rolls?
when you wake up,
these...
Kathleen is still sound asleep.
Okay. Can we have Sora also do all the rolls that I did from her perspective?
Let me see
So
how
that
much
you
I
can-
will tell her.
Exactly, please. That's what I mean. Like she's not able to do the rolls now, so unless unless you give her the chance to actually roll while you tell her the story. Will you do that?
Yeah,
Will you
I will tell you some parts that I didn't tell you, depending on what comes out of this.
But that's the thing. Are you going to tell her already, or are we pretending that she had the dream right now at the same time as me? Right?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you a little bit, at least. It seems like she did
She had
very, very much better than you with culture, I can tell you. She rolled a 20.
She's very cultured.
Yeah, that's a total of 26. And perception, let's go and roll that twice. That she is not.
How much was it?
8 and 10.
Okay, so better than nothing.
Yeah, so
What do you
when you... are you going to ask Sora about this? Because she is not just going to be
Okay.
saying anything straight up.
So is she still asleep, or did she wake up as well?
She has been awake for a little bit before you woke up, because she went straight to sleep when she got back to the ship.
Do we have any kind of mental communication, me and Sora?
Only one way. Sora,
But
to
both-
you don't have...
Okay. I thought we had already established telepathic because of doing the sessions together.
Yeah, but that's only when you are touching.
Okay. Understood. Roger.
And you can touch her when she's sleeping. Because
Yeah, he
that
was
is
touching
inappropriate.
he was already touching himself when on cam,
Oh, yeah.
so
Okay.
I can imagine him touching Sora while Sora is asleep.
Different reasons, because I was asking with my perception and life science if the woman that we have on our ship, if she's human or she's something else. And the answer after I rolled from the GM was, yeah, She has 2 eyes, 2 ears, soft skin, so she's a human. I say, wait. Are you telling me that elves don't have a soft skin? And then have you seen
And
this?
that's just initiates him touching himself.
Exactly. And so on screen, I start like rubbing my arm like this, and it just goes like, stop touching yourself.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
camera.
we can call
Like,
it an arm.
stop touching yourself on camera. So it made it sound really perved. So that's where the joke comes from. So I go to quietly, soft moving. I notice that Sora is up, and because we normally are besties when it comes to these type of mental visions, I go to her and I said, I just had a weird dream. I would like to share it with you.
Yeah. Me too. I have some kind of dream from my home planet. Weird.
From your home planet?
Yeah, I completely noticed that there was Formians on it in the dream, and
So we
the
had the same
man
dream.
was shouting in La Juntan, and even though the buildings were all burning and destroyed, I could see that they were La Juntan made.
Could you understand the man? Because I didn't recognize the language.
Yeah, he was shouting about running away and how I should never have come out of the house, and I should have used the back door to get away, and all that.
Is this a situation that you recognize? Is this like part of the history of your planet, or do you think this is a new event?
The buildings looked like the how we build now, and
Are you aware of any
how
attack
we
on that planet?
changed the way we build after the peace with the Formians was made after the long war we had with them. So I'm really confused why are the Formians attacking, but then again we have heard of the news that there is some kind of war going on Castrovel.
Okay, so both of us had the same dream. It was your home world, and so it makes it feel like we have a vision of something that's taking place now. Would you agree?
Yeah, likely. We have heard of the news that there is the Pact World's army is even going to be going to the Castrovel on this to make this war end.
Why would our dreams tune in on the same individual, though? Do you have any connections to people in there? Could I be tapping into your own dream, perhaps?
Usually, we La Junta have the short range telepathy skills, but sometimes there are just single ones that are born with our somehow awakened ability to send their last thoughts far away, and maybe it was just us who when you have connected with me in the dreams, and the telepathy, maybe you just picked up because of you being connected to me with the telepathy, that
That's
it
what
was
I was
only coming to
wondering
me,
now.
and you just secondarily got it.
So basically, I intercepted the dream that you were having. Can you
I
tell
would
me
imagine so.
something?
I have never heard of these coming to anyone else, but La Juntans being far away from them.
Do you feel a need to go to this planet?
Well, it is my home planet, but I
Do you
ran
have
away from
anybody
there.
still there?
It's not really my home. There is not really a home for me to call a home there. It's
You
a
have
planet
nobody left in there.
What's in the past is in the past. I will leave that for Sora to tell if she's gonna tell.
Yeah, true. Well, GM, by the way, you did roll something for her that she was going to share with me?
Yeah, I already told you about the war that happened before and how from the buildings you could tell it was from Castrovel and that the
And it
buildings
was from
were
the present
in
time.
present time and yeah.
Okay, so that was the cultural check that
Yeah.
you did.
And that
Okay.
there should be peace, but for some reason there is war between the La Junta and Formians again.
Okay. Is there anything like is there like a news source that we can check from the ship that is like interstellar communication?
Yeah.
Where
There
I
is
can,
like
basically internet, basically
emergency
internet
news are sent system wide, but like daily news, not really.
Yeah, but if you actually proactively search for a specific topic, are you able to have this type of search done from the ship while it's in transit?
Yeah, but it's gonna be having a lag even still. It is in the rules that you will have lag if you start communicating from and to.
But that's for real-time communication with somebody. But I'm talking about like storage information that is automatically
Yeah,
synchronized.
you have been told that there is war on Castrovel now.
Okay.
I have told you many times, and I have even given you an opportunity to go there on a mission.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we might actually have to go there, but that's Sora's decision now, not mine. It's her own planet, so I'm not going to decide that for her as well. Okay, so yeah, I leave the room.
Okay. Athelus, Dragon. I mean Athelus. You doing anything now that you have woken up?
Yeah, we just woke up.
Yeah, it's the next morning after the small interrogation or small talk.
Okay. I checked from the ship's computer if something
Something
happened.
has been doubled with. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll computers. Or actually, you can roll piloting since it's spaceship based. It seems that there might be like one door, like maybe she went to bathroom or something in the middle of the night, but like no other doors, but what's it called? The sleeping room quarters door has been opened all night.
So only the bathroom within the sleeping quarters.
Or next to the sleeping quarters. I haven't really decided if it's on the walkway or the sleeping quarters.
Mm-hmm.
But like basically that's it. Just the door to the sleeping quarters and door to the bathroom is basically has been opened all night.
We should get like a log, right, on our path of her movements whenever she goes anywhere, or a failed access or attempted access to anything.
Yeah.
Okay. Not sure of that. So I checked my log and I see that she went to the bathroom and that was it.
Yeah, Mirsky also checked it.
So, okay.
Otherwise, I would just give you a computer's check to do.
Yeah,
but I imagine Mirsky is just telling you, everyone, that nothing exceptional happened.
So it's already in the next morning.
Yeah.
Sorry is awake. I am awake. Mirsky, sorry, not Mirsky. Atalus is awake.
To say this, I mean, almost learned this on the very first visit to Finland, but this was very well cemented by the second and third visit. So, what happens in Finland stays in Finland.
Yeah. Okay.
man.
So every one of you is awake. You are leaving the bedroom, I guess. Sleeping quarters.
I go to the bridge.
Okay. Athalus, you did say you were also going to the bridge, yeah.
Yeah.
V, where are you going? Are you
Is
keeping
there a
an eye
way I
on the
can?
sleeping person?
No. Is there a way I can improve the guns of the ship somehow? Can inspect them, see if I can do something about it?
You can just do like normal maintenance, not really improving them because they are outside, and you would have to go outside to do anything physical to
Like
them.
the algorithms or something, targeting algorithms, stuff like that.
Okay, sure, I can give you that much.
What are you trying to do?
Give me a weaponsmithing then, or piloting, or piloting or weaponsmithing.
Are you still crafting a weapon?
I like weaponsmithing more. No. This is for the ship. Ooh. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. I will take that into consideration. I will
Okay.
see what I will see what I can do within the rules of the game.
Okay. All right.
You trying to upgrade the weapon system of the ship?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Since this game actually doesn't have any +1 systems, but I will just see what I can apply here. Maybe from another game.
Okay.
Like for almost every one of your weapons. Like Hakur having the +1 on aiming and stuff. Okay, so you and Mirsky are, Athalus and Hakur are on the bridge. You talking about something?
I check after I left if this
Yeah, you checked the logs.
Still... No. I already checked the logs as I was walking on the corridor, but now that I get to the bridge, I check the camera to see if this Caitlin is still in bed or if she left after we left the room. If she left the bed.
She's still in bed.
She's still asleep?
Seems like she hasn't moved since you left.
Okay, so she's... Well, that was not a yes that she is asleep, though. But okay.
I'm mostly relaxed because we will get notified once she does.
Should I roll a perception while I'm looking at this non-HD camera? Freaking hell. I roll a 6. If it wasn't for my bonus 12 in there.
Yeah.
18. It's a good roll.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
if
a
it
good
wasn't
roll.
for the 6, 18 would be a good score.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like there is anything going on. Like, looks like she's
Okay.
asleep.
I ask Attalus, hey Attalus, what's our status on our trip progress? Our having, is there anything on sensors or anything like this?
I haven't
Any news?
seen anything unfamiliar.
Yeah, exactly. This is what I was going to expect for the GM just now. Is like, is he going to roll something to tell us or not that the ship is saying something to us? Will you check, Attalus, for any what's in our surroundings?
I think there is some problem with the what was the girl's name or woman's name?
Kathleen.
Kathleen. If she has some kind of skills to avoid being detected by the ship, the ship can't detect anything. So it's.
Yeah, that's why we should also keep eyes on it.
Yeah.
That's situation. What's anything on long range sensors?
GM.
Hmm?
Well, I can.
There
check
there is nothing
file,
in.
file check.
Yeah, I was going to say there is nothing, and
The-
definitely not definitely nothing.
Okay. Very well. So, how long are we from our destination? Remind me, where are we
Yeah.
flying to? To the space station?
Yeah, you are going to the Absalom. You are, I think now it's a 4 or 5 days trip.
Okay, so 4 or 5 days from our base of operations, where we have our rented space.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And he was up all night or what?
I did sleep.
He did sleep. Okay.
Just started working on the ship's weaponry.
Yeah. Are you still keeping an eye on the camera now that
Yeah,
you are in the room?
Well, I was in the I did when I arrived to the bridge. I brought her camera into the screen, so I'm like standing next to the screen with her camera full screen on the screen,
Okay.
aiming at her bed.
Stop watching women sleep.
Oops. That's not supposed to show to you. Clear.
What? What? I didn't see it. You had quick reactions from the GM, like clear log. Dang. That was like that was like a agility acrobatics 20 from the GM there. Like agility, that was high agility. As soon as he says that's not supposed to be there, I see something showing up on the screen and poof, blank. Like, should I roll my perception?
I did it for you. Don't worry.
Maybe this was for the best. Considering my rolls lately. Going for seconds, Mirsky?
You
Second.
saw a little bit of movement in the camera, but it still seems that Kathleen is asleep in the bed.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
On the camera, there's the timestamp.
Yeah.
I pay close attention to the timestamp.
Yeah, it is moving.
To the correct.
It is moving.
No, not moving. Being accurate.
And it is correct time.
Okay, very well.
You are pretty sure that you saw something move, but it doesn't seem like anything really changed.
I decide. Isn't Sora still in the room?
No, Sora went for breakfast.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, she was awake even before you, so.
Yeah, but I left the room while she was still in the room, so I would like.
She also went just for breakfast. And you have no idea where Jetrock is. Most likely still asleep, sleeping. He's
having a hangover.
Okay. Attalus, will you check on Jetrock? Because we didn't see from him for a while. I'm starting to get a bit worried, but don't let him know about that.
I will check it. I will check him.
Okay. In the meantime, I'm going to check on Our Lady. I'm going to have a chat with her again. So I leave the bridge and I walk to the room.
Okay. You go poking her?
She's in the room, right?
Seems like.
Okay. She's still in her bed when I arrive.
Seems like it.
Is she awake? Does she look awake? Like, should I roll a perception? Or should I just ask?
She's still in the same position you left her.
Okay, so. Oh wait, don't tell me she put the dummy in there. I put her hands on her shoulder, saying, "Hey, you want to join for breakfast?"
The moment you put your hand on there, you notice that there is no armor, and she went to sleep with her armor on. So that's a soft pillow there.
Wait, sorry. It's just so she went to
Soft
bed with
pillow.
her armor on.
Yeah.
And now I touched and there's no armor and
Yeah.
it's a pillow.
Yeah. She is
So
not there.
She's not there. Okay. If she's not there, I immediately contact Atalos saying, "Put the ship in high alert, please."
And I will put it. And then I
Yeah,
check
no
from the-
need to. You start to the Lucy. Yeah, that's the name you gave. Jetrock gave to the
ship. Yeah.
ship.
Yeah. Hey,
Lucy informs you that there has been an unauthorized access to the main frame room.
I run.
Okay.
I run.
I thought start sprinting towards that.
Yeah, I also run towards that room.
And I will also roll for the.
I mean, from the point in which she plays a dummy in her bed, that's pretty much no longer friendly terms. That's pretty much cutting. That's basically destroying that bridge now.
Yeah. I will roll for the stealth.
Okay.
I head to the entrance of the room. Stay there.
Okay, 24.
I asked the ship if the ship can confirm the presence of Caitlin in that room, on the frame room.
There was access, but there is no way to. The only one in there is Jetrock,
Okay. Can I have
who seems to
visuals
be
on
out of unconscious.
Lucy, can you provide me visuals of the CCTV in that area?
Certainly. You see a picture, and there is Jetrock's tail coming from under the table of the PC.
Nobody else on the room?
Nobody else.
Lucy, how long ago was this unauthorized access? Was it now or?
In the moment I told you.
Okay, so now. Can you locate Caitlin in the ship?
There is no signs of any but registered persons on ship. And you never registered Caitlin with the ship.
Can you detect heat sources in the ship?
Let me check something before answering.
Was it a good question?
There is no heat source because she's undead.
I'm sorry. I was going to make some bad jokes about referring about that we have a cold bitch in the ship, therefore we cannot detect heat. But then I'm not sure if we're talking about Caitlin or talking about Sora or both. So
No, there is no heat source in the ship.
No heat sources.
Other than you.
Lucy, do you have the footage of the entrance to the personal quarters room and any activity in which you can see Caitlin passing through it?
No, there is no records of her leaving the bed.
Okay.
You can try yourself to see if you notice something
Perception.
from the moment that you
From the-
actually saw something. Now that you are
Yeah.
actively looking for it.
26.
Yeah, okay, so you look at the video again from that point, and you notice that for a split second the like the what's it called, blanket
The footage.
blanket drops, and then it is filled, like someone slipped out, but like as if nothing slipped out of it, and the blanket dropped, and then the blanket was filled.
So it became emptied and then refilled again.
Yeah.
Okay. And this was from 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. From the moment that you saw something strange happen on the CCTV.
Somebody is playing magic tricks within our ship. A real magician we have.
Well, she is a
Well.
mage.
And so am I. So yeah. Yeah. Can I? I mean, I'm not the captain of
And
the
like
ship, so I
she
don't
said,
know.
information is her business.
Okay. So I'll ask to Atalus because he's the one with the more permissions in the ship controls. Can you put the ship in lockdown, like every section of the ship that has a door, having it locked?
Yeah, well, first I asked, is there some kind of a breach?
Because wherever she wants, wherever she is, I want to trap her there. And
Yeah.
if somebody tries to tamper with the locked door, then at least we know where she is.
While you're talking about this, you hear Kathleen's voice from the comms, and she's like, I know you're looking for me, just come to the diner, I'm here with Sora.
Lucy, can you give me visuals on the canteen area before
Lucy,
I actually head there?
Sure, no problems. You get a visual, and there she is chatting with Sora.
I still want to keep going to investigate the place where there was this unauthorized attempt, and also to check on Jack Rock because he's passed out. I don't know if he passed out because he was drinking or if he's passed out because something was done to him. So I'm still going to check there.
Okay. Yeah, you go near to the or you take a peek under the table, and you just see him mouth open and drooling on the floor and snoring. He from what medicine you know and what you know about him, you can tell that he has absolutely not woken up from his drunken night.
Yeah. His drunken coma, basically.
Yeah. And you can see like one of his self-made black bottles next to him.
Okay. Can I check the terminal that has the unauthorized access? Do I need to roll for a particular perception?
The only thing that had an unauthorized access was the door.
But unauthorized access that was denied, or was it granted the access without the proper authorization? Was it hacked, in other words? Or not?
Yeah, Jetrok always closes the door when he goes there, just so nobody will come and disturb his drunken nights.
So how did I get in?
It was opened. That's why it was unauthorized opening.
Okay, so it was not so indeed it was accessed without the proper permissions.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I check the room for? So because this is you said it's the mainframe, right?
Yeah.
I check the room for anything that looks like it had activity or out of place. Should I
Anything
roll
that has
insight?
been tampered with.
Yes.
Sure.
Maybe FS should also check if digitally anything has
I
changed.
got 26 roll.
Yeah, I checked it with the 18 with the pilot. That was there any information breach? Did she get
For
any
this,
information?
I think it should be computers because this is not like breach computers. This is actually just computer.
Well, fuck. We need the interrupt here.
Maybe I should check.
Well, first I was looking in the room physically, like if something
Yeah.
looked like out of place.
You can see
Like,
there
if
has
some
been
panel
stuff
was-
moved.
Yeah,
On the
panel
table.
tampered or anything, like anything that was tampered physically.
It doesn't look like the computers have been tampered with, but like someone has just looked through the repair kits and pretty much that's it. Like only the repair
I'm
kits
glad
have
we
been
got that
opened.
information with these rolls. That's more than expected.
What? Repair kits?
Yeah, the repair kits have been like opened and some screwdrivers and stuff like that has been
I also have computer.
taken out.
I have 10 roll on computers.
Yeah, computers seem like they haven't been accessed at all. They
They have or not have?
haven't
Have
been
not.
accessed.
So only the healing kits was.
Like the moment you touch the computer, there just comes like Jetrock's tail waving and na 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 na.
So hi Jetrock.
It wasn't
Is he
him. It
right
was on the PC screen.
Oh, have you been watching Jurassic Park, huh? You've been watching Jurassic Park. I know that scene. know
I
that
have
scene from
watched it
Jurassic
in
Park.
I haven't watched it in like 15 years, but yeah,
So that was a reference, wasn't it?
that was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I did get the reference. Do you guys know that reference?
No,
Don't
don't
remember.
remember.
From the first Jurassic Park movie. Somebody like the IT guy that was working there, he sabotaged the location, and when people were trying to regain control of the settlement, then on screen just comes his photo animated in and going na 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 na. So that's what Cthulhu was referring now.
Yeah. But this time it was just only Jetrock's tail going.
Na, na, na. Okay. So okay, I head back to the canteen. I don't know where V and Attalus are, if they already arrived to the canteen before me.
Yeah, they were also fascinated by the Jetrock's tail and na 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 on the screen.
I thought that it was only on the screen that I was interacting with in the
Yeah,
room.
but both of them tried to access the same screen.
From remotely. Okay.
No, they were both there.
Oh, we were all in the same room now.
Yeah, you were all in the mainframe trying to find out if there has been something happening.
Okay, I thought I was there alone.
They just rolled a 3 and 4, so.
And I roll
10.
a 8 with a 10 in total. Yeah. Oh well. Okay.
Okay, you go to the canteen and Kathleen just waves at you with a happy smile.
that is not going to roll with me anymore. We were not. I was nice guy yesterday, not today.
I will ask her with intimidation. Why did she do that?
Yeah, and I'm just behind. I'm just.
What do you want?
I'm with the unfriendly face, also doing intimidation from behind him without saying anything. Ooh. There's two very intimidating guys right now. Yeah, but 21 and a 23 intimidation. And exactly, I think. Yes, three.
I'm not very intimidating.
One little dragon.
Yeah, don't undo our intimidation, please. Don't cut us short.
Yeah, like she's smiling at the dragon like a really big guy. Like a dragon is trying to be intimidating but having a fluffy face. Only looking big.
But not so much with Attalus and myself.
She looks like well, okay, these guys might do something. She just points at the other chairs in the table and is like, okay, yeah, you know, I've been walking around the ship. Come on, let's talk. Let's just talk this through. Maybe I will just straight up tell you what my real business is.
And I'm going to say, yeah, not just walking around the ship, but actually creating a decoy of yourself, which, from my point of view, makes you a persona non grata, considering that we actually saved you.
Yeah, that's just something
I
that
would
comes
like
with the job.
answers. I would like answers, please.
Please, sit.
I take my seat. But I keep my
Athalus?
intimidation face.
I won't sit, I will stand.
Okay. Okay, so if nobody else is going to sit, she's just going to look at Athalus a little like, okay, so this is how it's gonna go, and turn to Hakur and be like, so I told you I'm dealing with information, so I'm actually an information broker, so I know
Information on what, GM?
broker.
Sells
Broker.
information.
Ah, okay, understood. Program. That information program. I was like confused for the moment. Broker. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so
So
information
you
is
sell
my
and
money.
you sell and buy information, basically.
Yeah, and most likely, looking at your ship and looking how you guys are, and your mechanic, if you call him that, I know a lot more about this ship than you guys.
Continue.
Well, from where it's made up to the point of
By the way, 22
when it
cents
was
motive
supposed
for-
to be destroyed.
22 motive. Cents motive to keep an eye on her truthfulness.
Yeah, she's like completely relaxed telling you this stuff. Like she thinks she has the upper hand on this conversation. So she's just telling the truth.
So she's talking about the ship. Yeah, can you repeat?
She's just like, well, I know from the point of this ship being built and by who up to the point it should have been destroyed, but here it is. A ship of treason.
What do you mean, ship of treason?
Well, depending on where you go with this ship, you might be shot down without a warning, just because of you having this ship.
Like where?
That, my friends, is gonna cost you.
It might
From
cost
what
you
I
your
have,
life.
what I
It
have
might
been.
cost.
Well,
It might
as
cost
far
you your life.
As far as I know, you actually owe us. So you
Yeah,
would.
that's why I'm already
You
telling
owe
you.
us because we saved you, and you owe us because you broke our trust after we treat you well. So you owe us twice.
Yeah, that's
Or-
why I'm
or you have
offering
a-
you some information, but I'm
Or
not
we
going
have
to
a
tell you
hangar
all.
door. Or we have a hangar door that it can let you out.
Ah, don't be like that. I just didn't want to
Then
go
let's.
drifting in space. That's why I was waiting for a ship to come and find me.
So how about you treat us as friends the same way we treated you as one?
Uh, just the fact that I didn't take your escape pods and actually come here and talk to you is, well,
How far would you go in the middle of nowhere with an escape pod when we are actually in a 4-day distance with this ship? Where do you think you would survive in an escape pod? You would end up lacking oxygen and supplies, no bathroom, no nothing. Yeah, that would sound like a good plan. I call your bluff.
she takes a table knife and just brings it to her throat and just slices a piece of skin out. And at that moment you can see that it's all metal. She's really an android, just really, really well made.
Okay, very well. Now I understand why the skin is so smooth. It makes me think of the
Yeah, it
Data
is
from
costly
Star
to
Trek.
yeah. You know, it's costly to replace it all the time, just to keep your identity hidden.
Okay. How should I call you? What is your real name then?
You may keep calling me Kathleen.
Very well, Kathleen. Will you actually tell us what were you doing on the other ship that we rescued you from?
Getting
that
into
you're
a
being
new
honest.
place to get myself a new identity again, to get back to the Absalom station in, well, few years, most likely.
Why
Can't
were
really
you
go there
running
right
from?
now.
Why were you running from there?
I may have come across some information that is not very good at the moment in Absalom. There is lots of refugees there, and I happen to hear some talks among the refugees and amongst the not the bright side of Absalom.
So you felt unsafe in there with this information? Or you were just trying to sell it?
Well, if I was going to sell it, I could have had protection from Pact Council, but they don't really appreciate me, so I didn't want to go there in the first place. So the safest option was to leave the station, wait for this to cool down and go back.
Okay, so that explains a little bit why you left. I guess it also explains how come you were surviving in the ship where all the other living creatures went berserk, because you're not a organism, you are an android.
Yeah. Well, actually, that was a close call. Any longer in those same corridors as those guys, and the thing in your pocket would have killed me. I wouldn't be waking up like the other guys, but I would definitely be dead.
Then what can you tell us more about that situation? And apparently you know more about this metal that I collected than we do. So
That thing comes from Absalom, and anything more than that is gonna cost you a lot, because that's me risking my life telling you it.
from what I understand, us knowing it would risk our lives as well.
Correct.
Shouldn't we be able to do that choice? Since
Sure,
it's already going to
but
cost us.
at this point, I will choose the hangar door more than likely to your telling you this.
As
How
far as
about we let our engineer to get that information from your hard drive?
no need to use brute force. I think Caitlin here is already being a little bit more
I'm also
sincere.
thinking about your lives here.
Okay, Caitlin, we are mercenaries. You know this. You know that we are able to handle ourselves. You're rolling something. Perception. My perception.
That was me.
Though,
I was testing
like
something.
totally different screen, but from the corner of my eye, I felt something. I immediately looked. Real life perception is rolling better than the ones in game. So I was going to say to Caitlin. So Caitlin, as far as I understand, you're finding yourself alone and in need of help. You got help from us, as suspiciously unknowing of your actual situation, but you did get help from us. As far as I understand.
And as far as I understand, you are actually taking me back to Absalom, which I'm trying to get away from.
Well, if you open up with us, maybe we could change those plans as a group. I alone cannot make that decision, but if you're cooperate and maybe you even find allies on us that actually aid you where you want to go and with your objectives and keeping you safe as well, because your chances of survival with a group are bigger than alone. You're an android, you can calculate these chances very well.
Yeah, sometimes my hacking doesn't work as you saw, but otherwise well, Lucy has been very kind to me this last day. You may check your datapads. And she chuckles.
Do not mock us, Catherine. We are trying to have cooperation in here. It does not help you if you're mocking us.
Does anyone check their datapad now that she told you to?
I am.
Yeah, I'm engaged on the conversation with her, so I don't want to feel immediately
Dragon,
intimidated by her.
you check your datapad and you can clearly, the first thing you basically see is that there is now 2 administrators of the ship, Kathleen and Jetrock. That's why I've been rolling here. First, I just rolled computers to see if you guys didn't notice her tampering, and that was like 25 or something. And after that, I rolled for putting myself as an admin over a 30 roll.
So she successfully hacked. You were trying to hack.
Yeah, there was a chance that you would have actually, when she went to bed, you could have actually noticed that she was hacking, but she made 2 absolutely like miraculous rolls.
But we didn't see the rolls, so they are unauthorized.
So V is telling us that hey, she's an extra admin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I look at V as he gives us the news, and then I look back at the android called Kathleen, and I would say for you to remove this access, but I know you have the skills to just re-give it to yourself. So I feel that either we need to get rid of you or we need to trust you. I would prefer that you trust us so that we can trust you.
I trust you. That's why I'm still here.
What were you trying to achieve when you hacked our ship?
Well, get myself some leverage and see if you are actually trustworthy enough
Because
to.
we didn't prove ourselves trustworthy before, huh?
Well, if you are someone who trades in information that even governments don't know, then you have to be extra careful.
Okay. I do not speak for the others, but personally I would prefer to have you as an ally than not. And I think in a way that you also think you would benefit from this to have us as an ally.
From
So
what I
why
have
shouldn't
seen
we
around
go?
this ship, you have lots of information that you can trade for me.
So you want to do deal trading. You don't want to just trust us on why we shouldn't go. Well, let's trade this. If you give us enough information, if you're fully honest on why we shouldn't go to the station and where should we go instead, we will consider it, and that will be your payment. We do not take you to the station after I consult with the rest of the guys to make
No,
sure we can achieve this.
for you, the most beneficial is you go to the station and you leave me on the ship and don't tell anyone that I'm here. And after
How
that,
will we be sure?
I'm not going to take this ship anywhere. Lucy is gonna be
Uh,
up my ass if I take this anywhere. And she will be calling you and blah 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 blah. Jetrock put it that way.
um, I'm not so sure if I can trust you because you already were not the person we could trust yesterday and today earlier. And we've proven yourself being quite skilled and dodging the ship sensors and making yourself an administrator. So at this point, I have no basis whatsoever to believe and trust that you wouldn't just leave with the ship as soon as nobody else would be in the ship. It would be ridiculous to trust you.
Well, just leave someone with me. I mean, I can give you my PC. That's the only thing I can do my magic with, and
You're an android. Do you have an off button?
you do realize that's the same as killing me.
No, not necessarily.
The no hibernate button.
You do have non-volatile memory on you. So as soon as we would power you up, you would continue from like if it was a dream that you had. Like if you went to sleep, you don't remember for a few hours what those hours, but then you go back to conscience. You want
And
to
you know how hard it would be for me to trust that you actually put me back on.
exactly how hard it is for us to trust you not to steal our ship then. You see my point now.
Yes, like I said, just leave someone with me and take my PC. I have no magic, and after I have no magic, I have no weapons. You can search every compartment of me.
We do not have anywhere in the ship that we could keep a prisoner with such a high hacking skills, right?
Don't we have a zoo that's full of cages?
Yeah, but she's a hacker. She could take down the barriers or open doors anyway.
No,
Well-
the bars are like, metal.
Well, I'm
stuff.
okay to be like welded into the escape pod or something.
Actually, there is indeed. We could actually try to lock you in a physical way that is no technological. There is nothing technological about it that you could hack or
Yeah.
use magic on.
Yeah, so you can you could jam escape pod so that it cannot be launched and just weld the door. You have a weaponsmith who can be doing pretty good welding.
Doesn't actually our zoo have cages?
I know. I have an idea. We can take from the ship a critical component in which the ship cannot travel without it.
Yeah,
No,
and anyways, you
you're
have
keeping the ship hostage. No.
No, but yeah, that she would.
and
still
your
not be able
drift
to...
engine is already busted, so she wouldn't
Yeah.
be going anywhere too fast.
Yeah, that's the thing. So if we take a critical thing, like imagine like having a car and you're leaving somebody with a car, but you actually go and you open the hood of the car and you take a critical thing that the car cannot go without. You know, we just need to find a portable enough piece of the ship that we can take with us in which the ship cannot go anywhere without. So even if Caitlin is with bad intentions, she doesn't get to drive the ship anywhere.
Yeah,
What do you guys think?
well, basically just unplug Lucy, and the ship ain't going anywhere.
But I mean, like something physical that we can take with us, so that there's zero chance.
You can roll a sense motive on this if you want, but while you are like discussing this on how to lock her up, she just tells you that there is no AI that can operate this ship other than, well, Lucy. That's what I hear you are calling her now. There is no other sophisticated enough AI to actually run this thing, so just unplug it,
Fair
take
enough.
Jetrock with you, and this ship isn't going anywhere.
But you can command the AI because you're an administrator. So even if you're not flying the ship yourself, you can instruct the AI, and if the AI is taking your commands, the AI will do it for you effectively.
Like
you
I said,
can't control it.
unplug her. She's basically just a card. You can tell Lucy to go back to Jetrock's exocortex, which she has, and the ship will not power on before Lucy comes back.
I don't want to say this to Caitlin, but I will say it to you, GM. I am not going to take any option that is being presented by Caitlin because this is an option presented by Caitlin. I will want to have our own solution, not something that she is suggesting, because any suggestion that Caitlin makes for me is already something I'm not going to take.
Be my guest.
I'm suggesting
I'm just
the
telling you
cages.
what she's telling you.
Yeah, of course. But I'm just saying I'm not going to take that. I don't want to say this in front of her because this would give too much information. But I'm just saying. But it's, yeah. Anyway, is there anything I can take physically from the ship with me? That like part of the engine, like like mechanical parts, basically. Like from a mechanical
Sure,
energy...
Jetrock can find something that he can pull out, and the ship won't move.
Yeah. Okay. That Jetrock I trust, for as much as I don't trust them for keeping non-chaos in the area. I can trust them that he knows the ship well enough to make it not going anywhere without something that he takes. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so Caitlin, from my side, V, Sora, Attalus. Do you agree on going to the station and one of you staying here with her as well?
Yeah,
With Caitlin?
fine by me.
How would we go to the station without the ship?
No, we could end up not.
The ship would be in the station, so that's what she doesn't want to happen, right?
No, she's asking us to go to the station, but that she wouldn't go to the station, that she would stay on the ship. She would stay on the ship alone. And what I'm proposing...
Yeah, but the ship would be in the station still,
Yeah, the
right?
ship would be in the station.
Okay, so that's okay with her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As long as she doesn't have to leave the ship.
So that she isn't seen by anybody, and that we don't inform anybody that she's on board. So basically not giving her away. And I say, from my side, this is okay with two conditions. Somebody stays in the ship together with Caitlin, and that we actually take something from the ship that makes it impossible to fly away.
Seems fair.
I'm just confirming here. We do have an animal capturing area that could double as a prison area, right?
What?
Well, that was basically your storage room.
Well, yeah, but it has cages that was meant for animals that are
No, we
a
have.
lot stronger than the robots could be.
Well,
Right?
one of the animals, there is an animal living inside my eye, by the way, in case you
Yes.
forgot.
Yeah. But we did
That's the cage.
build cages, right? Well, we
Okay.
have physical cages as well. Yeah.
Containers, but not really cages.
Not really cages. The ship is.
But they're
supposed
strong
to be-
enough to keep somebody, right?
Sure.
Yeah, but if it's based on
Okay.
technology, if the lock is based on technology, you can kiss it goodbye because we have an expert against technology.
Yeah, you can weld it.
I'm pretty sure we have a few physical locks.
Or you can
Yeah.
weld the door.
Yeah.
Or that.
Yeah, but that would maybe be something that would be a little bit of slow down, but would still not stop that she would command the ship to fly away, even if they would still be, maybe they would this. Oh, okay, she's welded. Okay, I can detach my arm. So you need to think like an android in this case. Anyway.
Not weld her, weld the door.
Solid
Anyway.
container is a Faraday cage. You can't really communicate
Okay.
outside it.
Anyway, so Caitlin, keep talking. What's your plan then? And can you tell us, and what do you want in exchange for the information that you can tell us?
Well, for me myself, I very much would like to know where you found this in all records destroyed ship. And in exchange, I can tell you where you can find someone who can actually rebuild it for you.
You mean more built than it is right now?
Yeah, this is basically from what it was designed to be. This would be called just a bridge and like the officers' quarters.
So the ship is supposed to be bigger, the total ship.
This thing was a fortress.
So we only have basically a flying section of the ship.
Yeah, you have basically the bridge and the escape area of the officers. That's pretty much all you have. I've heard that parts of this thing has been rebuilt around, but AI missing, the actual brains of the thing missing, pretty hard to make it fly.
And why is this information of where we got this ship valuable for you?
Well,
What would you do with such an information?
Well, depending on where it is from, then I might know what groups have had it in the years it has been missing. And that's valuable information to other people.
I would take that trade.
I turn to Sora, trying to like get like a face reading from her face, like perception maybe. I should look from like trying to. I'm looking at Sora's and I roll a 5, so like okay, but 17 perception is not bad actually. 17 perception, like just staring at Sora. Also like what were you talking already before we arrived?
Oh, we were just chatting about how I had the dream. She overheard us. We were talking quite loud, so, and as you can guess, she was already awake when we were talking, just
Was
pretending
never
to be
asleep.
asleep. And waiting for a moment to slip out. She also knows quite a bit about the war and the war effort going on.
And you're okay with Caitlin death?
Well, it's not something I haven't done before.
Yeah, you need to think like Gina, by the way. You need to be careful
Yeah,
about
that's
this.
why I'm like, how do I word this?
Yeah, Gina was like, hell no. I was like, I don't trust this bitch. That's what Gina would go. Okay. I swear in behalf of Gina, by the way. It was not me swearing. I was just quoting Gina. Hypothetical Gina. Hypothetical. Anyway. I turn to V and to Atlas like, if you guys are okay with this, guess I'm not going to say no either.
I am.
Well, by me, I think we don't have any other choices.
So what goes first? Should we first want the answers and then be honored by giving information back, or do you really want to trust somebody that just hacked our ship by us still providing information first that they already took by force from the ship? When she already took by force.
We don't have to do that right now. We can go to Absalom and you can go have... And, well, I know that you have tradings with Mordray. That's your only way at the moment to the Absalom. And go fetch your prize for the ship that you disabled into that godforsaken asteroid.
Is this person being truthful right now, or is it being deceptive?
She is completely truthful.
Okay, 26, huh? You
Yeah.
saw that?
Yeah.
Okay, so after paying close attention, I mean, can I actually use the perception on an android? Isn't this like basically hard? Because an android can control basically everything, you know, like it's not
Yeah.
it's not the organism.
Yeah, but she's like really made to be like human.
Okay. Because I was actually wondering if perception actually works for an android. Or if it only applies to living creatures.
While you were like discussing with each other, she was like going with something she took from the repair kit, trying to like stitch the piece of skin back on her throat.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, well, Caitlin, you will understand that we are going to keep a constant eye on you from this point on, until we can feel that we can trust you again.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't have trusted me in the beginning. You should only trust people once they give you truthful information and something of value. I never trust anyone before I get something that I would say is valuable. And
Yes.
you have something that's really valuable for me. Not physically. I don't deal in physical objects.
I do not have a habit of trusting people. But you did sound truthful in the beginning. So I gave you the benefit of the doubt. I am somewhat disappointed on myself even to trust you even a little bit before. But I am not one to repeat the same error twice in a row.
I had faith in the ship, to be honest. Misplaced faith.
Okay. So I then feel the conversation is over for me, so I kind of like stand up.
Okay.
And I decide to leave. V and Atolus You guys take the lead. I feel like I've been talking too much in this session.
Yeah. So you have 4 days. Do you want to do anything specifically, or just leisurely?
I want to train.
Yeah.
I want to train my perception skills.
You are trying to find cockroaches around the ship.
Cockroaches. Eek. I hope not.
Or ants, or
In this ship.
anything that moves.
Can't Jetrock has just more access than just an admin. He has a connection with the ship.
Yeah.
Can't he just remove her from being an admin?
He can't really remove him, but like he can limit. They have the same amount of power, except for that he is in control of Lucy and she's not.
Okay.
But yeah, of course she should be removed immediately, you know. But that's not for me to decide. It should be Jetrock. Jetrock probably would do this immediately, knowing from the character, because he's so protective of Lucy. You know, he would not accept somebody else with admin rights, especially that they took it by force. You probably would just remove this permission immediately and put extra firewall, whatever. Oh, you're rolling it. Okay.
Yeah, no, he's not getting her out.
Dang it.
Can I try? You know, I don't have much hope in this.
I'm just going to say that the DC is going to be the same as when she put herself in there. So if you can roll over a 30, then be my guest.
No, I mean, a critical is a critical. It would work anyway.
Something worse can happen.
Okay. And as
Yeah, true. Well,
okay.
never
Okay.
mind.
Okay. Let me correct something. I did stand up, and I'm leaving the room. As I reached the door of the room, I turned back over my shoulder and I said, "And I expect you, if you want us to trust you, that you remove yourself from the admins." And then I walk. And then I walk away from the room without waiting for the answer. But V and Atulus are still in the room, by the way.
She looks at you both and she's just like, well, if you can tell Lucy to kick me out, go for it. I can't even get myself out anymore. If she doesn't kick me.
Sorry, GM. You're telling me that she can hack to put herself an admin, but then she lacks the power after already being admin to remove those powers from herself.
Yeah.
So when she had no power, she was able to become an admin. But now that she has the power that she had originally plus admin, now she lacks the power to remove those permissions.
Yeah. And
logic.
That's
GM logic.
That's only because Lucy now knows that she holds the key to build her to the full. She doesn't want her to go anywhere.
So Lucy is following her own interests as well.
Yeah.
We cannot trust anybody, not even the damn ship.
Lucy already told you last time that she's only with Jetrock because Jetrock was the most likeliest to get her what she wants.
Forgotten about that.
And that doesn't look like the case anymore.
Well, they're both there. Neither one of them is kicked, so she thinks them as equally necessary.
I go to a. Do we have a training? I don't even know which rooms we have on the ship. Let's be honest.
Well,
We don't
basically, you have a
blueprints.
storage room. You have the canteen, the sleeping quarters, bridge,
Frame.
mainframe, engine room, and the
Bathroom.
escape pods. That's
And
basically
escape
it.
And you're saying that's nowhere near the size of the ship.
Yeah.
So
Like
so
none of
I-
those rooms
okay.
are like super big. They're all like very cramped.
Okay. I go to the cargo bay area and I start doing some physical training in there, letting out some steam.
Yeah. Like even if we say like cargo bay area, it's basically something that you can fit your rations in and basically
Fit a
your
what?
camping gear, rations,
Yeah.
food.
Yeah, it's
Rations.
not
Like-
that big.
Yeah, like when there was the lizard there, it was like completely full. He didn't
Okay.
have any room to move there really.
But the lizard was pretty big though.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to have a place where I can exercise.
Yeah, you can,
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah, burn some steam. Because I'm rather frustrated at that point. You guys do your thing now. I've done enough role playing. I was attempting the conversation. Technically, in paper, I would have the better stats for it, but that failed.
I tried to be intimidating, saying how I look the most intimidating probably, but
Yeah.
that didn't
Scaly
work out.
teddy bear.
Intimidating body, baby face though.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, he is only months
I'm
old.
still new to this. I've only been trained in combat.
I need to, yeah. That we set scanner. Is it?
Is there a way I can recalibrate ship's sensors to properly detect Kathleen? Knowing that she's an android.
Basically, you can ask Lucy if she just wants to keep tabs on even the admins.
Okay.
And
Um,
she will comply. You can have the data.
Okay. Not that I trust Lucy anymore.
Well, it is in her best interest that the crew stays there, so.
Yeah. I'm copying the image now and putting it on the general chat. Does it look
Ah.
like
This is just like Bale and Soul, a story from Bale.
I just saw this now. Does it look asking about Caitlin from the ship's computer? Does he look like a? Oh boy! So this was equivalent. This was Dragon. Intimidating body, baby face though. It's uploading the picture.
Ah,
You see,
well,
this
Yeah.
is from the Seven Deadly
Seven
Sins.
Deadly
yeah,
Sins.
yeah.
Yeah, Escanor. It's an awesome character, by the way. If you didn't see it, I recommend it. It's a bit sexual at some points, not
Almost
hentai type of
every
sexual.
anime is.
Yeah, but
It's a
like,
great
just-
anime. The best,
just-
great.
It's more about like just the huge proportions of the women and the poses and the camera angles, and that some
Yeah.
characters are really indecent and really put
The usual
themselves smoking
shonen.
and grabbing. I don't even know what that is, but yeah.
It's
I
the usual shonen.
Escanor can have a really serious face, but normally has like a very friendly, non-intimidating face. You know, like he tends to be smiling a lot and stuff like that.
Yeah. So, you are training and, well, basically just keeping tabs on Kathleen and making your way to the Absalom station. If Athalus and Dragon don't have anything special to do. You are finishing your weapon dragon and
Yeah.
Nothing special. I'm quite happy.
yeah, so you are just having a hell of a time flying the ship.
Yeah.
Okay, so three, let's say 3.5 days goes by, and you pick up on Absalom, and there is usually a lot of ships moving and coming in and going out of the station. Usually there is not many sitting around, like just staying there. But this time there is like almost no ships in or out. But there is shit ton of ships just around the station. Most of them are civilian ships, like private ships, maybe half the size of your own.
Is the canal blocked?
You never
Sorry,
know.
I was having too much fun putting some extra pictures on the general chat for V.
Did somebody farted that now it's shut down?
The face V should be making instead his intimidation roll was like
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you see some like bigger
So we are-
commercial ships going in or out, but basically no private ships are moving. Like
so we
every
arrived to the
private ship is
station
not moving.
and so you arrived to the station, but not many. I mean, lots of ships around the
Yeah.
station. but
Stranded
not
around
docked.
trying to enter, but are not allowed to.
Yeah.
So not docked.
Basically, so it's canal situation.
And the closer you
So
get,
it's on-
you get closer and you get an message in like basically the all chat. This is a pre-recorded message to all approaching spacecrafts. Our station cannot take in more refugees at the moment and all the public docks are on lockdown until further notice. Some private conglomerate docks may still allow docking, but only the crew is allowed to leave the crafts, no passengers. End of the message ends and repeats itself a few times and fades away.
I turned to Sora. Refugees? Could it be from your planet?
Let's see. What does Sora know? Culture. Well, let's try. Well, she doesn't really. She looks at the craft data and what you can see around the station, and she's like, well, I can't really tell if there is any ships that are Lashuntan made, but from the vision we saw, that's possible.
So maybe we saw the vision in real time, in the present.
We were quite far, so it might have been a few days or even a week. You never know with the telepathy, but yeah, most likely looking at things here, it hasn't been that long.
It's been 4 or 5 days since we had that vision.
Yeah, so it could have been like 2-3 weeks, or almost a month that happened. We were in a drift, and telepathy doesn't go there.
Should we initiate docking or request docking permissions?
Yeah,
Because we are supposed to be allowed, right? Because the message says that we are allowed as long as we don't take any passengers to the station. As long as we are already like residents of the station, we have our own
as
space.
long as you like they said if like some conglomerate. So basically, private businesses have their own docks that they might get you a docking bay.
Okay, well, we do have association, so we do work for somebody, so they should have their own private docks, right?
Yeah, as the message comes through, Kathleen just walks up to you and goes like, and this is the part where you call your Mordray. I know you have associated with him. He might not be the most straight flying guy, but for the moment, your ticket to the station.
For somebody that didn't want to be here, you're quite eager for us to dock in such a place. But, yeah.
Let's just say I know he values his ship and you need some new gear.
His ship.
Yeah, the one I was on.
Ah, yeah.
The one I was on is his.
Okay. Well,
And just so you know, he was smuggling me out. That's a freebie.
he was what?
Smuggling me out.
Okay. Okay. So that's some dirt we got. Freebie indeed. I feel like if this was a video game, it would say, Sora will remember this. When talking to this guy. The Telltales. Guys, please take the wheel, man. Like, I don't want to be taking the lead all the time.
I think it is time we can listen to her. We should contact Morfit.
I think your character,
Can't
has the
just stay stranded out
your
here.
character has the best leadership skills.
Has the worst rolls though.
They have been
It
consistent.
just makes this game much funnier.
No, I just feel like okay. So like talking outside of the game, I just feel concerned that I know I have a talkative nature when I'm in comfortable situation. I can be quite silent if I'm outside of my comfort zone, but I feel that then I can be too much of a strong presence and basically not giving breathing room for other people to express themselves, and I don't want to do that to you because we're spending hours in role playing, and I don't want that the rest of the people feeling that they were just standing there while other people were talking. You know, that's what I don't want to happen to either of them.
Don't worry about that from my side.
Yeah, this fits for my role. Actually,
Okay.
quite good.
I'm just saying
Because
this
I'm not so
because
talkative person right now.
I think you're
Just a big guy who's basically a baby.
I think you
Only
are a
thing.
person that can be talkative when you're comfortable enough. It's just that your threshold to reach that comfort is different than mine because you are the one person I don't know from here, while everybody else I know. So
Yeah.
Anyway,
And
okay,
also
so-
his character is not the most talkative.
yeah, sure, I understand, but also giving him space to actually play his character. That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's why I sometimes cut you off and just offer insights.
Yeah.
From others.
As I do not like you telling me what to do, Caitlin.
Insights.
Yeah.
From others.
As I do not like you telling me what to do, Caitlin.
Insights.
Yeah.
From others.
As I do not like you telling me what to do, Caitlin.
Insights.
Yeah.
From others.
As I do not like you telling me what to do, Caitlin.
Insights.
Yeah.
From others.
As I do not okay.
He gives us a ball. He gives us a ball.
Jetrock, I know you trust Atalus. Will you trust Atalus with a piece of the ship to make sure that the ship cannot go anywhere?
Yeah, sure. Let me go pick something up. He's
Okay.
like
Going on.
gulping down something that tries to come up.
Little screw or nail.
He can be. Look, Jethro can be drunk, but he's not going to screw this up. He knows what to take from the ship.
Yeah, he just rolled a 28, so yeah, you definitely get something that makes the ship unflyable.
Oh wow, you even went to test for that. So it was good that I mentioned it because I was about to say, the GM being the way we are, even though we did mention it, unless we specifically say hand it over, he's going to play the game like if we never took anything and we forgot about it, you know. So
Yeah.
And now that I mention it, and he decides, you remembered, let me roll. Like,
Yeah,
this
if the characters don't take something with them, they don't
Like,
take something
look,
with them.
this is already telling me that it is relevant for Caitlin. Otherwise, it would not be being rolled if it was irrelevant. Oh boy. I feel like I want to ask the GM after this, like what things did we do actually well on asking, or what would have happened if we didn't do.
He
certain
did
things?
mention that there was a lot of right questions to ask. I don't think we reached that point.
No, we never do. At least I never do.
Before we leave the dock, I will ask: do we tell to moderate that we have the android with us, and his former ship is now broken?
Well,
Does we tell anything?
Caitlin did ask not to tell anybody, but now that she mentioned that she was being smuggled by this person, should we ask if this is okay then to expose with him her presence?
I think that this is directly against her wishes.
No, we can ask Caitlin. She's still in the bridge with us. So, Caitlin, you
Yes.
said that you didn't want us. You said you didn't want us to tell you about your present, tell anybody about your present. But now you just told us that somebody was actually helping you get out of the station. Is that information then also to be blocked from that person that you're with us now?
Well, if you think you must tell him, sure, but otherwise, let the sleazeback think I'm dead.
Okay, I was going to ask you what you feel like benefiting. Okay, so we can say that we found you, or we found the ship with everybody dead inside of it.
I would prefer that, yes. Or, yeah. Just say that everybody in there was dead. Even if they don't find my body, they will most likely think I just went through the airlock and let myself fly somewhere.
Okay. Very well. We'll trust each other a little bit on this. So, Atalus is going with me, and I'm guessing.
Where are you going, Ray? Have we spoken to Mordred? Did he allow us to?
Yeah, you can call him and he will, and they will just.
Oh yeah. So
they will
who's going
just
to
check.
stay in the ship?
Yeah, they will just check that
Shut
you have association with him and tell you the doc.
So the three of us. Okay, so we're calling him. Well, sorry. Atalus.
The dock worker who lets you dock says that you should go and visit him, that he wishes to see you now that you're back.
Okay, I actually was going to let Atalus do the role playing of docking the ship, docking to the station and whatever.
Yeah, it was just it was basically a role of piloting.
Okay.
Just
roll your piloting, just don't scratch the ship.
I will roll 0, and then the ship is wrong way, and then we are.
Hey, perfect docking. Look at that.
Yeah, you amaze the dock workers.
I drifted right to the right place.
Right? This is exactly the scene I was imagining, like drifting it, like landing it and stopping all of the sudden perfectly, and just like a glove.
Yeah.
Like,
Not making the dog vibrate even a little when you touch down.
Taking off my sunglasses, then there is sunglasses under my sunglasses, like a Horatio.
This is what I do.
boy.
Yeah, so you come out and the dock workers are just like reconfirm that you are who you said you are. They pretty much just the first guy who comes out, they tap your badge and it shows you that you are the Royal Storm, and they are like, okay, Mordred wishes to see you. You might want to go and hand over your assignment to the mercenaries first, but after that, please go have a chat.
All right, let's go.
Okay,
I'll do
do you go to the mercenaries first to give out your mission of?
Let's go to Mordred right away. See
What
what
was our mission? First one when we
Of the
what
ship.
Time your mission was the
we
factory.
had to find the ship. Okay.
Yeah,
After the
it was the
factory.
factory, and after that you went to the mist and you lost your bearings and destroyed your drift drive, and yeah, that's when you found the ship, and
On the
after
way
that
back to
you
the-
are
yeah.
coming back to the Absalom.
So basically, after the miss, we were trying to more or less manage to come back to the station while we come across to the other ship, which we try to go there for salvaging parts to make our ship capable of not taking years or months to get us here.
Yeah.
But our mission was to check the factory.
Yeah, which on the planet, yeah. The planet closest to the sun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Where we
the
have
factory
our-
burned, or it was burning when we came.
Avalon, I
Before we
think.
came there.
Yes, that's what you agreed to tell them.
Yes. Yeah. It was already broken.
Yeah. I don't remember what we agreed to tell actually about that.
You
That's
agreed
We
to
agreed
tell
that
that
it was already broken.
Yeah, it was on fire before you got there. That's what you pretty
So we're
much
not going to
agreed to
tell
tell.
about the goo and the green goo and the people we found there and the people we
No,
fought there?
no.
Why did we decide this? I forgot.
Because we messed it up.
I know we lost one person. I still have an
You
arm
didn't
in
really
the-
mess
in
it
the-
up, but when you were leaving, you just torched the place.
Ah. Yeah, okay, so we already
You
found
you
the
were
turning,
supposed
yeah,
to just leave it and like pretty
Oh
much.
yeah, was it Chatrock?
It was either we or Jetrock. I don't remember
Yeah,
which
put
one
the
it was.
Yeah. Was it UV putting the place on fire?
I think it was a suggestion maybe from me, but it was a group action.
Was it really? Maybe it was actually. So we just say, oh yeah,
A lot of these eggs and I think creatures
Yeah.
would come out if you left them.
Yeah. That's why you said that let's torch the place.
yeah, exactly. Let's not allow this swarm. Well, why wouldn't we say the truth? Like we had no other option because there was a swarm in there. You wouldn't want that. So the
Because
factory was. I mean,
that wasn't
the
our
factory-
mission. That wasn't our mission.
But the factory was lost to the swarm anyway. So either we, have no factory and there has a swarm, or we have no factory but at least also no swarm. So it's already one is already
It-
neutralizing because it's already the option is there's swarm or there's no swarm. The part of the factory was already lost in either way. So that's the equation. That's the math right there.
It's easier to tell it was already broken.
Yeah, let's not have this discussion. We want our money. Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just want your money. You are not the saviors of the galaxy.
No, well, there's already Guardians of the Galaxy.
At least most of you.
And it ain't us.
Okay. Yeah. I
So
did
do
give
you
the
go
picture for
have get your money first, or do you go to the guy who has a shop first?
Money first.
money first.
Yeah.
I think we all agree on this. First, we want to get the before any conversations take place beyond, we get the money first already on our side.
Yeah. So you go to the Mercenaries Guild. There is the what was the name of that character? It was something food, I think. Let me check.
Right now, sorry, it's going to be. What is his color? What's the mana of it? What's the color of his mana? Tell me, GM. I need to write this down.
Fiona Dibblefoot. Yeah, that's the name.
When did we? Was it us that came up with this name, or was it you?
No, that was me.
Okay.
And
Still
nimble
funny.
foot, not a nipple foot.
No,
Still
Dibble.
funny name, funny.
It's
Dibble,
a D.
okay.
Dibble.
Nipple. Okay, not a nipple.
Yeah.
Or nimble.
I can even put it for you there, so you will see
How
what
much
it is.
money are we getting?
Oh, oops, forgot the space.
Dibble food.
Yes. She greets you and is like, "Ah, finally, we actually thought we lost you. Your ship disappeared when you left the Avalon planet side."
We ran into a few issues, but we're back. We made it.
Technical
I
issues.
would imagine so. Not many ships just disappear. They go to the drift and come out of the drift, but yours just disappeared.
Yeah, we don't know what that was about. Or we only had a malfunction.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just,
I
Maybe your
see.
sensors also. Maybe your sensors were also faulty. What's going on in here, by the way?
You look around. There is like everybody's. Well, it's actually pretty orderly here in the mercenaries. On your way here, you have seen like lots of people just sleeping in the corners of the buildings and in the alleyways, and tents everywhere where possible. And
So, never mind. I still continue having terrible perception.
yeah, you have a
But-
nice bonus, but still you rolled a 1, so you have a nice time looking at your armor. It has some scratches, you notice.
I see my shadows being casted by the lights of the station. Yes. But I'm going to ask this Fiona Dibblefoot. Hey Fiona, what's this all about? What's going on?
What's going on with the mercenaries or with the station?
I mean, it's pretty obvious what's with all of these people. What happened?
Well, truth be told, when you first came and I suggested for you the mission on Castorwell, well, that's been pulled off. No moving in, no moving out. If not for the... if you're not military. So that's one thing that's changed. The other things that's changed is the everyone who has anything they could leave the planet with is now here or looking for a job to get themselves to the outer worlds. Looking
from
bad.
Ashanto?
Yeah, looking bad down there.
Also, what happened over there? Can you tell us?
Well, what we have been told, it's Formian Wars all over again. This time they just got the jump on the La Juntas and the other races living there. It was the half elves that I mean the elves that got the hardest of the branch.
Oh, so the elves suffer the most?
Yeah, they were the ones who didn't have much of a war with the Formians in the first place, but this time they attacked even them. They had no idea what's happening. They just were overwhelmed.
Even though I was very independent as a child, still I feel disturbed because if I am to identify with anything, at least I identify with the elves, even though I didn't have the best relationship with them. So it still upsets me, these news, the elves. So like I show my a definite face about it, but of course not trying to be intimidating to Fiona because she's being nice. I see, Fiona. Well, thank you. Well, we did go to the planet that we were given as the mission. Yeah, the factory is not in working conditions. It was already ablaze by the time we got there.
I see. Was there any indication that it was just a malfunction, or was there any tracks that someone might have raised the building?
We noticed remains on and marks on the building. There was green marks around there. We're not sure what it was, though.
I see. Well, good job anyway. So this fulfills the contract. So here's the money, and I have already distributed it to everyone.
I'm sorry, Kathleen?
Not Kathleen. Everyone else.
Why is Kathleen receiving
Money?
credits?
Yeah, she was not part of the team.
Let me see.
Yeah, you're right. We're getting less. We are losing 1,250 credits in
Oh,
the group.
true. I don't know why it put it there. It shouldn't be in your party. Or her shouldn't be in your party.
Plot twist.
Can you remove the credits and give it back?
Yeah,
No.
I will distribute it to you.
Or you can just do remove her from the group and then distribute 1,250 credits and it will fix it.
Yeah. Yeah, I will do that. Just a moment.
Well spotted. Your perception, Dragon. You're rolling well.
What was the
Okay, now it should be
UPD?
universal points. It's basically you can
Right.
use that. You can use that to build your own stuff, or you can, for example, there is the
Like enhancements.
yeah, like there is gems that you can put magic on, so you can use the UPB, or you can use credits to do that. Like basically 1 credit is 1 UPB, but not 1 UPB is not 1 credit.
So we still need to give us 66 UPBs as well.
Oh, we already given that.
No, because 66 went to Caitlin.
Oh.
For some reason 4 didn't just distribute.
Yeah, now you distributed one.
Okay, now it's done.
Okay. Thank you.
So, are you here for a new assignment?
Why don't we talk to Mordred first?
I see you have other business to do first. Well, we won't be moving here from here. Lots of stuff happening. Lots of
First we should
assignments.
talk with- Yeah, let's first talk with him, and then we consult with him which job, if he prefers any job that he wants us to give priority to. So we will not say anything right now which new job we will take. First, we want to talk with him.
Yeah. Okay, so you leave the Mercenaries Guild and start moving towards the, let's say, more even the Mercenaries Guild is like in a still shady section of the Absalom. So now you're moving to the commercial section, and the closer you get to the commercial districts, the less frequent the refugees become.
As we walk, I'm looking around, I'm observing, and all of that. So
Yeah.
if there's anything that makes sense that I would spot with a 23 roll, let me know.
Yeah. So you move there. It's seemingly orderly, but you can see that there are people dissatisfied, of course, because there is not enough room for all the refugees, and not everyone likes seeing people sleeping on the ground.
Most people won't.
And before you saw gang members on your visits before, they always have their leather jackets and their insignias. Back when you were there last time, there was 2-3 groups that you could see, but now there is every street you see someone and they have their own insignias, and that you don't really recognize from your previous visits. And when you reach the Mordred's building, usually there is one person at the door who just checks that you have a what's it called?
One bouncer, basically.
Yeah, basically a bouncer at the door. But now that you get closer to it, you see there is even at the front door there is already 4 armed guards, and they stop you and they stop you and they let's see, what did I write? They ask you to leave all your weapons with them if you wish to proceed to the building. So what do you do?
We leave our weapons with them.
I grab my weapon.
I imagine they have no other choice.
My weapon that is on its holster, and flip it around and offer it.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we keep some holdout weapons that they can't detect?
You can try sleight of hand. I do not imagine
I don't
that
think
you
I
have
can
anything.
with my own weapons. Yes, okay.
And yeah, you have 2 heavy weapons with you. So
They're
yeah.
not really concealable. Just say.
I would take a pretty good roll.
Mirski could hide a dagger or something.
Yeah, I will hide my small arm. See. 27.
And I have.
Yeah. So
and I
which
have-
one do you hide?
One of my knives.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And I
They
still-
they don't
I have
notice
my
you
magic.
hiding that.
And I have my magic anyway, so they cannot
Or-
unarm me from my magic when I can cast. So I'm not totally harmless, even if I give my weapons. Right,
Yeah.
GM?
Yeah. I'm just.
I have my clothes.
Yeah, and you have your fists, V. You have your fists.
Yeah, they are
You're
considered
a
as
brawler.
deadly.
I am naked and I have. They don't see my dagger.
Yeah, you are. They leave your armor with you. Don't worry, because none of you has ever said that you are wearing anything but your armor. So yeah, you are a conspicuous
we-
group,
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
having your skin tight armor on.
Don't
So,
make
yeah.
it sexual like if it was leather, okay?
No, it's basically a
Group of only three
just
men.
a hollow. If you would compare it to something that is in our world, it would be just a body painting, basically.
Oh. Isn't it called second skin or something like
Yeah,
this?
that's why I said it's basically like a body painting on you.
Oh, so all
Okay.
the body shapes are pretty
Yes.
obvious. So basically, you're saying that we're going around naked looking?
Yeah,
Yeah.
except like, of course, not your
What's with the
balls
picture?
hanging, but
Well, what's with the picture
Oh.
then? Because in the picture we're all dressed. That's how I see it.
yeah, well, I don't have any naked rat pictures or.
Well,
Aren't all rats naked?
I would say.
Aren't
you
they
can
all
Google-
naked?
Right,
I would
yeah,
say-
yeah.
I would say you can Google it, but this one is one that I'm going to skip on and search this picture. But actually, no, there's
Yes,
a way around
let's
it.
refrain from searching that, yes.
No, there's a way actually around that. If you launch a private session on the browser, then Google doesn't keep track of it. Naked rats.
Ah, you're worried about your future searches, okay.
Yeah, I'm worried about the suggestions. Yes,
Yeah.
and the history. That's for sure.
Next time on YouTube.
Yeah. So the guards, they just take away your weapons and they let you in. First he touches himself and now he's watching naked rats. What has this game gone to?
I'm laughing too hard. I cannot even click on the shot.
We have a dirty old man here.
I prefer you not sharing this with us, thank you.
Too late.
So yeah,
It's okay.
it's
It's okay.
at the
Okay.
door there
okay,
isn't
picture.
the usual secretary. The usual one was like finely dressed and all like proper and well, a human. This time there is an Lashuntan secretary that comes to you, and you notice that one of her hands is actually a mechanic hand. It's finely crafted, like there is all kinds of cravings on it, and it's like a piece of art basically, almost, the hand.
But was it like that before?
No, there was a human receptionist before, and now there is a Lashuntan one.
Isn't this the race that is a refugee?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
They took
And
their
she
jobs.
she comes and just says, "Please follow me. Master Mordre is waiting." And she gets you to the executive's elevator and pretty much walks you to the Mordre's door. Knocks on the door, and from the inside you hear like, "Yes, the mercenaries are here. The Royal Storm. Let them in. Just yeah, let them in."
Was there
You go inside, and the always
was-
prim and proper Mordre, who has always had like his suit has always been like on fleek, and hair done right, and everything's like top notch. And now you see him in like the suit is unbuttoned, and he's has bags under his eyes, and well, you can't really tell if when he has last touched his hair, basically. He looks at you and just shows with his hand like, okay, sit around. And usually he always has had like the exact number of chairs for you. This time there is just chairs all over the room.
Things have not been going well here, have they?
What happened with this place?
Ah, so many meetings, so many refugees. Where to even start with them? So you were missing for some time.
Yeah, we had a hiccup with our ship, so it took us a while to fix it and finally get.
I see. How do you need more fixing for it now that you have actual dock?
Would be appreciated if you could put our ship back in top notch. Our drive needs maintenance.
I can. At the moment, I can't really spare the people to repair it, but
If
I
you
can
give us
prepare a hangar
resources-
for you where you can repair it, and there is enough stuff to repair. I promise you that, but I can't have people doing it for you right now.
we
That does sound good.
I can understand this. And
You you also did you when our sensors picked you up, you were supposed to be pretty close to one of a ship that has gone missing. Did you see any passenger ships on your way back?
we only saw one ship, and this is why we are here. We wanted to talk to you about that. On our hiccup situation, we
I see.
detected a ship in automated distress call. We thought, given our situation, that we needed also the supplies to make temporary repairs so that we could actually get here. So we saw it at a 2-in-1. We would present assistance and maybe we would receive assistance. However, when we got there, everybody was dead. We do not know the cause for it.
Did you say? I see. So it must have gotten there too. Do you know where the ship is now?
Where we left it,
We can give you a location, yes.
we can give you the last coordinates known to us.
I see. That would be good enough. He looks up for the first time, and like all this time he has been watching, reading papers at the same time as talking to you. I see that your gear has taken some beating.
It has indeed.
I see.
What was his name, by the way? Sorry?
Mordred.
Margaret. Yeah, Margaret. You realize that if Sora was the one talking with you, she would have charged you money to milk for this information. I made it very easy with you, I think straightforward with you. But
Yes.
do you have any thank you gifts
Uh,
for this
yes,
information free of charge?
Yes. Well, I already had a package for you. Now that you have made yourselves a valuable asset, I have a package for you. But thanks to the straightforwardness with the ship, I will also tell my shopkeeper to give you a good, nice little discount on the shop.
Thank you. I nod.
And now that we are here, and you did see the ship and stuff, but there are some people that need extraction, and I would be very, very thankful if you would take this assignment from me.
Extracted from where?
There are two places. You get to choose which one you go. I have a second group for the other one. You just happen to be here first, so it's your pick.
What are the locations?
The other one is on Castorwell. There is a Xeno warden town that has been warding off the attacks of the Formians, or so they tell us that it's the Formians. The townspeople, there is 2 people that need extraction. The others, sorry to say, I don't have the capacity to take all of them away. The other one is an agent of mine has gone missing on Eox. There has been some movements in the Death Fleet now that Castorwell is in chaos. And yeah, so Eox is a planet of the undead. No, not the Death Fleet, it's Corpse Fleet actually, the name.
So Jim, you're telling us we have now. He's like wanting us to prioritize rather than taking other missions from our friends that we spoke with before.
Yeah, from the mercenaries.
Yeah, that he actually has a favor to ask us instead,
Yes.
rather than we taking other jobs. So
Yeah.
we did well in talking with him first. And the options he gave is going to a planet that is still trying to defend itself from being invaded.
A town, basically, on Castorwell.
But sorry, is that the planet that we already?
Yeah, that's
have
the
invaded?
planet. That's the home planet of the Lashuntas.
Okay, so we're a Sona home planet.
Yeah. So basically, we would be smuggling people out because no in or out if you're military.
Unless
That's-
you're military.
yeah.
Okay. You said if we are military, there's no in or out. So
Oh,
like
sorry.
you
Yeah,
said you made it
getting
like
a bit
only
sleepy.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've also been talking a lot.
So Sona, either we go to Sona's home planet to help a certain city to evacuate certain people from a specific city that is still defending itself.
Yeah.
And the other option is not even on that planet.
Yeah.
And where is the second option? World of Undead?
Eox is it's basically on one of the furthest planets in Pact Worlds, like from the center, from the
One
star.
of the furthest. So
Yeah.
it would be a long trip.
Yeah.
I mean, Sona is not here in the group, but we can radio call her, right? Right, or whatever, not radio, but like communications.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, Sora is basically with you. You just left Jetrock there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it?
And I think you're basically feeling some empathy to her. So
Yeah,
I think
of course. I would expect that if it was the planet where I grew, for as bad it was of a childhood to me, you know, it was still my planet of origin. So if I don't know, I would.
There isn't
I
anything
actually.
that would keep Sora from going there.
Okay, so I look around. Well, between these two, one of them is Sora's home planet, and it is closer trip, and it is saving people. From my side, I would.
Either way, it is saving people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but some of them we can get there faster.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for the ones that are further away, though.
Yeah, that's just one agent. The other one is a full town. You can help them evacuate, but the priority is just like 2 people.
On the one that is further away.
The one closer.
Yeah.
Oh, and the other one that is further away is the full town?
No, the full town is closer, and the other one,
Mhm.
the further away, is the one guy.
Yeah, so
I would vote for the town.
I would vote for the town as well.
we need to.
Sora, what would be her vote?
I would imagine Sora would vote for the town.
So that's already...
Even if she's not
a majority.
thrilled to go back, but I would say that's more likely that she would want to go
It's in
there
character?
instead of Eox.
It's in character then for her.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, I can still ask Hatalus and Jetrock, but that there's already three votes casted in agreement, so there's only 2 votes left. But Hatalus, do we have?
I already said it's okay. Get the closer one.
Yeah, unanimous vote. Well, you have your answer.
Okay. So you tell Mordray that you are taking the ones on Castrovel. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm really busy now. I won't be coming with you to the store. I would have otherwise come, but as you can see, I have a mess on my hands here, and he just presses a button on the table, and he says, "We will send you the more precise notes onto the ship, and afterwards, yeah, just go get your new gear and have fun with your discount." And
you'll have a message from us once we are back in the ship with the coordinates of that you are expecting from us.
yes, I thank you for that. As he says that, a door opens on the other side from where you came, and waltzing in comes a gnome with a red, bright hair and a regal-looking red and golden cloaks with a well-kempt goatee. Hello, friends. Hello, friends, and welcome. Let Mr. Bember be of service to you. And that's where we will end this.
Okay. Sounds good.
Thank you for joining today.
It was a good session.